What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday night. It's Breaking the Narrative, and I'm going to be joined by my very wonderful guests, Daniel and Brent. Hello. Hi.
Hey. What's up, guys?
Hi. They have a small YouTube channel. It's called Dangerous Rhetoric. They're a team. They're awesome. They're super gay, which is fine and awesome. Aw, that's so cute. So like, happy Pride, everybody. We've got some gays.
Why can't we just have one day? Why does it got to be a month?
It used to be one day.
It used to be, but now it's a whole month and more. Why not?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But tell everyone who you are, where they can find you. I've got your links in the description, but give them a little introduction.
Yeah, so Brent and I, Brent's from Pennsylvania initially. I'm from New Jersey. We both live in New York City right now. We started Dangerous Rhetoric back in 2021 during the lockdowns, post Jan 6th, all of that stuff. Things in the country were very much changing rapidly, and we were very outspoken about a lot of what we were seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, as we kept talking about the lockdowns and the mandates and what was happening in the country and those sorts of things, we kept getting accused of dangerous rhetoric by people that we knew. And when we decided to do the show, that was why we were like, all right, well, I mean, people keep accusing us of this, so I guess that's our name now. We'll just trademark it.
I like that.
Yeah, and you know, whoever we think is authentic and true and is being canceled for speaking what is true, we will bring their dangerous rhetoric onto the show to speak it. So
excellent. I like that a lot. I mean, I kind of started my YouTube channel around that same time too. Actually, with my buddy John Talks, this is his shirt that I'm wearing tonight. We do a show on other Wednesdays, like each other Wednesday. It's called Infinite Talk, and he's kind of changed his channel now a little bit to like more like he just makes fun memes and stuff like that, which is really like political memes though, which is really good. So John Talks, everybody check him out. He's awesome. But I wore this tonight because there's a Marilyn Monroe story that I wanted to hit on, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear my Marilyn shirt. So that's why I wore it. But yeah, it's interesting that you bring up the you know, COVIDs and all that kind of stuff, because like I said, that's how I started my channel too. And like the dangerous rhetoric that's been kind of like it's been a thing now for a while. Now it's a little bit less dangerous to talk about COVID now than it was like 2 years ago. But yeah, it's a little it's definitely a little bit better in terms of that, but still you gotta have to kind of watch it. So before we say anything about COVID, Mama Susan, hello. This is our opinions. We're just expressing our opinions. We're not medical experts. So that's it. That's the warning. Everybody do what your doctor says. Consult with your doctor. But meanwhile,
the COVID stuff was only one part of what we were being accused of dangerous for.
I'm sure.
I mean, we were critical of the BLM movement and things happening there, and also Brent and I have been very critical of what we've been seeing from the quote unquote LGBTQ movement, right, from the left. And as gay men, you know, we felt almost obligated to call out some of the things that we were seeing from this so-called community that we are lumped in with.
Yeah, I had a solo channel on YouTube before we started DR that was called It's Brentley, and It's Brentley was just kind of me doing Tim Pool style videos where I would just talk about something that was in the news and do an analysis. And what really got me started was doing videos on drag kids, because I was seeing videos of drag kids that were really upsetting me. There was one that had a small kid, probably I think he was 10 or 11 at the time, doing a striptease to No Doubt I'm Just a Girl in a bar in Brooklyn. Full support of his parents, full support of the bar. And I thought that looked really bad as, you know, upon us and as, you know, homosexuals in the gay community or whatever. So I was like, I got to make a video, because otherwise, if I don't sit here and say, hey, as a gay guy, I don't want to see this, then other straight people, you know, it's going to bring all that homophobia back.
It is. You're right. I think that that's because whenever I see stuff like that, like I think to myself, like I don't want to see straight people doing this. Like it's not
Right.
even like I don't. It's not even about like the sexuality.
Pageants, child
Yeah,
marriage. Let's get rid of all of it.
all
Drag
of it.
shows,
Like
all of it.
just stop. Like can we just stop talking to kids about sex? Like is it really that like too much to ask to not
So
like
hard.
dress up kids as in sexual ways and talk to them about sexuality? Like let kids be kids. Let them be
Let them be kids.
innocent.
Also, how do you even enjoy a proper, true, real drag show with kids there? Because
Yep,
look,
I don't
I mean,
know.
let's not mince words about it. When you look at the culture of drag and you look at, typically the types of jokes and numbers that drag performers do, it's very much all sexual oriented.
Body.
It's body, it's lewd, and it's supposed to be.
Lewd,
That's the point. The
Yeah.
adults get together to enjoy this kind of entertainment and humor as adults together. If a kid was there in that environment, I would find it strange. I wouldn't be able to really enjoy it in the same way. So I don't understand why people want to even include kids into drag shows. Brett and I just got back from one.
There were no kids.
Just at a drag show. We just got here to talk to you. No kids. Not one child there.
Good. I mean, that's
Because
how it's supposed to be. Like when
Right.
years
That's how it
ago, I went to Ibiza and they had like this whole drag section on like the Ibiza island. And I loved it. Like it was fucking awesome. It was like some of the
Funny.
best drag I've ever seen.
It's
These people are
funny.
fucking awesome. They're great. Like they're just fully decked out, like just the whole nine, and they're like on stilts and it's like a whole thing. And I don't mind it because it's like a show. You're like basically watching a show. And I don't mind it at all. But there was not one single fucking kid there. I can tell you that. Like there was not a single child to be found. It was all adults. And it was fun. It's fun to just like mess around. But then
They'll say that they're doing, drag shows that are child friendly. Maybe they'll say, "Oh, we're toning down the language or the cursing and this and that." But look, when you look at the videos and the stuff that we're seeing come up online on Libs of TikTok and these other, pages that are sharing this stuff, look at the dancing, look at the music that's being played. It's sexual. It's all sexual driven. Even the way the dancing is done is sexually suggestive.
Yeah.
Why is this a complicated thing? I don't understand why it's so controversial to say that, look, a drag culture is for adults. And that was normal just like a couple of years ago. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, no, you have to have drag shows for kids that are kid friendly, and that's going to educate them in some way about LGBT. They don't need to be educated. LGBT stuff is not for them.
You know what's weird is like I was thinking about this because I was thinking about pride. Like, we started talking about pride. And I was thinking about that because I remember like, when I was a kid and when I moved to Canada from Iran, because we don't really talk about gay people in Iran. Like they don't really exist in Iran,
That's rude, man.
Yeah,
Iran
like
Canada.
Yeah, it's a different world over there. But I remember when I went to Canada and I found out, what it is to be gay. And they had pride, and I think it was like one day a year. It still happened. Like, they had the pride parade, and I went, and at the time, I don't remember seeing like extremely sexual stuff. And I think that like every year it just became more sexual and more sexual and more sexual. And to a point now where I think that the idea of pride has kind of been like co-opted in a way. And I think that usually happens with every movement. Like it's happened with feminism, it's happened with BLM and the whole like the race issues. And I think that this movement has now been co-opted as well, because when I think about the idea of pride, I understand that the idea behind it used to be about being proud of who you are, and no matter how you're born, whatever your sexuality is, to be proud of that and to be able to go out and be who you are and be proud about it. That was the original intention and idea. And now I think it's de-evolved to not just let's be proud of our sexual orientation, but let's be proud of our sexual orientation while we literally show people how to bang each other in the street, which I don't think is good in any sexual orientation. I don't want to see hetero people doing that. So
honestly, I think the initial premise that you were talking about is, man, I'm going to say problematic, although that's the word that the woke would use.
That's
but I
fine.
think it starts there from like, why are we being proud of something that we didn't achieve or do ourselves, of something that is a biological accident? I think the point of pride wasn't initially that. I think it was more to just celebrate or be proud of the people who fought so we could have a more comfortable existence in society. Not necessarily like, let me be proud of who I want to have sex with and all of that. And I think that's what it has turned into, right? And now it's like, whoever we want to sleep with is what is the pride, is what we're proud of. And now that has become what people identify as, and then they start to form their identity around it. It makes me think of Gurdjieff. I'm going to bring Gurdjieff up. I know you're familiar with him.
Yeah.
Those who don't know
For
Gurdjieff,
those, tell them.
Look into Gurdjieff, read about him. He was a mystical Eastern philosopher. He was Greek and Armenian, but one of the concepts he talks about is this concept of identification and how people can identify with something. And it can be an idea, it can be an ideology, it could be your sexuality, it could be your skin color, and then they make that the totality of like who they are, and they think
like their
that's who
entire
they
being.
are.
Yeah,
that's who they are. They put it on, and they think that I am that. And it's like, but is that the true I? Gurdjieff wanted people to try to figure out who is the true you, the true self, beyond the masks that we put on and wear. And those masks are identifications. They're things that we, experience or we internalize from our culture, and then we wear it as a sort of mask. But is that really the true us? And I think, when we look at the LGBT community, we're seeing a lot of people who are traumatized, a lot of people who are confused, who are lost, who don't fit in.
A lot of trauma in the gay community, a lot of sexual trauma. This is one of the things
and
that
they want
about.
To identify. They want to find something that they can form their identity around, and because their sexuality is something that's so abnormal and weird to them, it's just they fall into that by sort of default.
And I agree with everything you're saying. Just to add on to that, I think it's the other part of it too is the idea of everything becoming mainstream. Like it's like the idea, and I think that mainstream anything is bad essentially, because like I'm part of the geek culture. Like I'm part of the nerd culture, and I love it. I love, like, look, there's Nerdrotics channel right here. I'm a very proud nerd.
We are too. We love your Cowboy Bebop poster.
And that's the thing, right? Like I think
metalhead. I'm a video game nerd.
There you go. And it's like, I think that at first it kind of started as geek chic, like they called it like geek chic. And then it just kind of like became this whole thing where it's like now trendy to be geek, and like it's trendy to be a Star Wars fan. Whereas in like back in the day, like people were like, you fucking nerd, like get out of here. Like you're like pariahs back in the day. Whereas now everyone's like, yeah, I'm a nerd too. Like I know Star Wars. And it's like, do you? And it's the same thing with
similar to that. Yeah,
it's the same thing. I feel like with being gay is like now it's like being gay is chic. So a lot of people are like kind of coming out and being like, yeah, I'm gay and bi too, but maybe they're really not gay and bi because it's just like they're just jumping on that trend. I don't know.
So, did you see the recent incident? I don't know if I would call it debacle performance by Christina Aguilera.
Oh my God, yes, I
saw
that.
It's straight people who want to feel important and relevant and cool in the current hip culture, and now LGBT stuff is cool. It is hip, it is vogue, it is chic, like you say. So they're trying to figure out, how do I stay relevant? How do I fit into this? So we all got to be a little queer now. And anyone who's straight, it's like they're probably just straight, but I think there are people now who are just straight who are trying to find some kind of way to identify as queer, just to feel like they're a part of that. You understand what I mean? So
I do.
Well, let me get a big sparkling
because it's
donut.
also cool to be a minority now, right?
That's
So
so
like
cool.
now people want to somehow fit into that minority factor. Did you guys by any chance see that new documentary by Matt Walsh, What is a Woman?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that was good, right? Like he kind of goes into that too, and I thought that kind of was a really good documentary that talked about that. It was interesting.
One of our recent episodes, not the last one, but the one before that, we talked to Laura Becker for the second time, and Laura Becker is a detransitioner, a woman who
Mhm.
was once a trans man, transitioned when they were 19, and then changed their mind and realized that what they were dealing with was a lot of trauma and coping mechanisms and that sort of stuff. So we had
Mhm.
Laura on again to specifically discuss Matt Walsh's film. So anyone interested, go check out that episode.
There you
episode
go. Go
61.
check
Yeah.
out their channel and their episode. It's in the description down below. Now, I do have other stuff I want to talk about. So let's get into some of those topics. Like, for example, because we started this conversation kind of like about COVID. So today I found out, I woke up in the morning and I was like, oh, something has happened. It's a pretty big deal because I'm Canadian. And what happened was that they came out today and they said that they're lifting, Canada's dropping the vaccine mandates for domestic and outbound international travelers as of June 20th. Now, what does this mean really? It means nothing is really changing, especially if you're a foreigner. So what's really happening is that it's becoming like the United States, because right now in the United States, you can travel to the United States to and from without being vaccinated if you are a citizen or if you're a green card holder. It's very much the same thing now with Canada, because if you go through this, basically kind of like the CTV News article, and this is, again, I find this really funny, but the most important line is like 3 paragraphs down and a different font and smaller, which says foreign nationals coming to Canada will still be required to be vaccinated in order to enter, though they would be able to depart the country if unvaccinated. So what this also means is that basically, like, the only thing this has changed is the idea that if you're an unvaccinated Canadian, you can now travel to and from the country. So if I was to go back to Canada now, I could go back, but I would have to quarantine for 14 days, and I would also have to take a test, and I could also be subject to surprise tests and whatever, which was always the case anyways. But now basically you can travel domestically. Now, this was always the case for the United States as well. And this is something that kind of has bugged me since this whole thing started, or, well, since this whole thing ended, I should say, because they kind of were like, okay, we're going to drop the mandates to, especially in the United States, for citizens. Like, we're going to drop the mandates for the citizens, and then citizens don't have to be vaccinated and they can travel domestically. Fuck everybody else. And that was my issue to begin with, because I want to visit the United States and I'm not vaccinated. So what am I supposed to do? Basically, tough fucking luck. And that's basically happened now with Canada. And they think they're like all like, oh, we've come so far. But really, no, nothing has really changed. And what this to me means is that they're kind of what's the word here, they're just doing the same shit over and over, and expecting a different result. The other funny part about it too is this tweet that I saw today, by Luke, which is Tim Pool's buddy,
Luke
that he does the
Rudowski.
show
We
with.
love Luke.
We're big fans of Luke. We've been following him for many years. Many
That's
years.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Says this is from the Toronto Sun. He posted, says Trudeau government threatens to bring back mandates and change definition of fully vaccinated. And this is what my mom was telling me about today as well. So there's a lot more to go with the idea of why this mandate is being dropped the way it is now. And also this follow-up tweet by Kelly Brown, which says, Canadians, remember, the government has ordered and must take delivery of 140 million mRNA vaccines before the end of 2022. Canada has administered just 81 million mRNA vaccine doses, and demands is essentially nil. Keep this in mind as discussion of booster mandates emerges in fall. So again, this is very much a fucking trick, basically, because they're basically trying to be like, we're doing this so that we can change the definition of a vaccine, ask for to get boosted, ask for you to do whatever the hell you need to do in order to travel. And I feel like all of this is bullshit. This again also comes down on the heels of this situation that happened with Justin Trudeau. Sorry, I keep talking about this, but I'll get your thoughts right after. But this literally happened 2 days ago. This is before they decided to drop the mandates. Trudeau came out and said this a couple of days ago. This was posted June 12th. Okay, so this is what he had to say.
Government continues to support mask mandates in the House of Commons and in federally regulated places like airports, for example. But it appears that you wear a mask inconsistently and depending on different situations. The Ontario government is lifting the remaining mask mandate very shortly. Do you still believe that a mask mandate should be in place? And if so, in what types of situations?
First of all, look at their fucking evil smirk. I mean, do you even see this? Look at this. Like, are you?
Yeah. Sometimes I ignore it.
Look at his
Sometimes
face.
I ignore it.
Look at his face. So
I'm
smug.
allowed to. I'm important. I can break the rules.
You piece of shit. Not you, not him. Fucker. I hate that guy. Okay, but look at his smug face. Her too. Like, look how smug they are. They're like, oh, you're asking us about.
So I have a conspiracy theory about Justin Trudeau. I feel like he is a MK Ultra mind flay victim. Like he's like one of their little zombie.
You think he's a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I think he's a willing participant.
I don't think there's anything actually like there.
Maybe you meant more like candidate.
Well, no, I mean, he's like I think he's just sort of like an empty vessel, basically, for them to puppet around like a little robot. And
is he Castro's son?
That's a good question. That's a fun rabbit hole to go down. If anybody has,
I know. I have gone that.
Also,
they look similar as hell. That's all I'm gonna say.
His dead brother also looks very similar.
They look really similar to him. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's hear what Castro Jr. has to say. Hold on.
In what types of situations?
First of all, I understand how tired everyone is of the pandemic.
Fuck you.
Of the different rules and restrictions that we have to go through. But most people understand that this pandemic is.
By the way, just if you're listening closely, you hear that he's a little nasally. So right after this, people were like, "Wait, are you okay? Like, do you have the flu? Do you have the flu?"
Long COVID.
He got it again,
we
right?
continue to see our hospitals filled with people suffering tremendous consequences. We continue to see more spreads.
No, you don't, you liar.
Run the risk of new variants. And every step of the way, we will continue to be guided by the very best science we can, because our
political science
and primary responsibility is
science
to make
trademark.
Sure we're doing everything we can to keep people safe.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're doing everything you can to keep your political career safe, and it's failing because everybody fucking hates you.
Yeah.
Literally 2 days later, though, this was yesterday.
Right.
I tested positive for COVID-19. I'll be following public health guidelines and isolating. I feel okay, but that's because I got my shots. So if you haven't, get vaccinated. And if you can, get boosted. Let's protect our healthcare system, each other, and ourselves. Anomaly Inc. Came out with this one, which I thought was great.
Yep.
Say the line.
Because they all do say this. They do. When you look at these types of tweets that Trudeau just put out, when they say, "Oh, I tested positive," they all fucking say this.
Also, like, what is it with
hate? I don't know.
That's the second time he's had the coof, right?
I think so.
Second, dude, this is like the 5th time.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I thought those boosters were working. How do you keep getting it? But I'm like totally fine, and Brent's totally fine, and your Nina's totally fine, and we're like not dead, and we're not sick, and we're like, I don't know, man, something's weird here.
I think I may have had it in January, but I'm not sure. And like it didn't. I didn't get a test, so I don't know.
And you're not dead and no one.
But also, my
died.
symptoms were nothing like the COVID symptoms. I had like some.
But
really
you're alive.
weird. I had some really weird anxiety attacks and digestive issues and problems sleeping, and I thought it was just life, but I was exposed.
It's probably just life.
And it was the Omicron, which I think they said is a little bit different. So who knows? But
yeah, it was supposed to be milder. I mean, I heard yesterday that China shut down again because they found a Delta variant person. So they shut down their entire city. I think it was Beijing or some other city. I forget where.
China's
where it
nuts.
was.
Oh no, the Megatron variant.
I mean, I can't imagine if we
They
were in
said it
China.
was Delta, which is like 5 variants ago. I was like, Delta?
The Decepticon variant.
There's a real new, I can't get into any of the specifics, but there's a new Dr. Michael Yeadon interview with Majid Nawaz on Odyssey.
Oh,
And you have to check that out. Michael Yeadon is Pfizer whistleblower.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him.
Used to be one of their like directors in charge of respiratory diseases or something. So check that out. It was a very interesting conversation. I only saw bits of it, but whew, it blew me away.
The subversion
So-
says Trudeau is not a good leader. Horrible leadership. It's beyond that, man. Like
It's
I wouldn't even call him a leader. I don't even think he qualifies.
No, this is what I call him. I call him a Pfizer sales rep because that's what he is.
Yeah.
He constantly tries to sell Pfizer.
Yeah.
He's made deals with Pfizer. I mean, Canada's basically like only bought Pfizer. And that's all they're trying to do is he just wants people to get it, boost it, do whatever. Like that's his entire platform is now based on this one fucking topic. Like he doesn't even talk about anything else. Well, other than Ukraine now, because he thinks he can go and save everyone in the Ukraine as well, which is whatever. That I'm not even touching that. But
it died down really fast. I think part of it is just because it's Pride Month, so shut the fuck up, guys, and get that flag out of your profile and put those damn rainbow colors in there now.
Hey, you know what it is? It's funny that you say that because your elections, your midterms are coming up, right? So I think it's interesting to kind of note that we went from Ukraine, right, immediately to abortion, because that was the whole thing with the leak and the whole, Roe v. Wade thing. Immediately after that, we go into the gay rights bill because of the whole, the education bill, let's say in Florida, which was
Parent rights
a whole thing. So there's that, and then the school shooting happens. So then the gun issue is alive again.
Yes.
And then now again, we're back to the gay issue because it's Pride Month. And then this whole thing came out with the whole kids being at the the bars with the drag shows and blah, blah, blah. So it's like literally every single point has been hit now for the election cycle coming up. And I think that's a really interesting to know. Demogenize in the chat. Hey, what's going on, Demogenize? Good to see you. And I'm going to hit some of these super chats now because some people are really wonderful and they're donating money.
Yeah.
200 Watt Studios for 2 says, hey, sweetheart, turtle tickles for you. Well, thank you, 200 Watt Studios. Turtle tickles for you as well. I don't have my turtle tickles videos on this tab, but thank you so much for that. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL, sends a super sticker. I don't know what it is. I think it was maybe popcorn. I want to say popcorn. No, it's a rose. I just checked. Thank you for the rose. It's so nice.
StreamYard needs to get their game together.
And then 200 Watt Studios again for 5 says, do you think the turtle chasing video is a metaphor for Ezra taunting the cops? Oh God,
I guess we're going into that now.
We gotta talk about that.
Baby.
So what the hell is going on with all of that? I haven't.
We'll talk about that. That is definitely
we'll
part
get
of the
into that.
discussion tonight. We're gonna get into that. Amber, we talk after we talk about Amber. After we talk
about Amber.
And I'm not even drunk. You're the drunk guys.
We're a little tipsy, just a little bit.
I'm not drunk, but I can't talk apparently. Thanks for that, 200 Watt Studios. Silver Ronan for 2 says Canada makes me feel sick more than the coof. You and me both. The funny part is, Sorry, what was that?
I've never been to Canada. I don't know if I'll get to now, but we'll see if they
I have.
are lifting the mandates. And maybe
I
I'll get to
mean,
go.
well, they're not lifting it for you because you're not Canadian.
They're not Canadian.
But the craziest part is like I was like thinking to myself, like, oh, I can actually go to Canada. And then I thought to myself, why would I want to go to Canada? I mean, my mom's there and I love my mom and I want to go visit her. But it's like a part of me is kind of scared that I'll go and then they'll be like, oh no, we're changing the rules.
Yeah.
And then
Now
you're
you're stuck,
fucked.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's just such a big risk for me because I feel like I'll be walking on eggshells and I don't know. It's just weird. It's a weird feeling.
Weird.
So I'm going to wait a little bit more before I make any concrete decisions about going back. But thank you so much, Silver Ronan, for that too. I feel you. Canada's definitely not the same it used to be. Words are hard. That's true, man. Words are really freaking hard.
I have a writing degree. I'll tell you, words are hard. I studied and they're hard. I'm still learning English. English is my second language, and I struggle a lot. It's so complicated. It's a slut language.
Like,
it takes in all
I think
this
it's
stuff.
easy. You're weird.
Wait, what is this? TZ Burton says USA passed gun control too with red flag laws. Now you can be doxxed and have your guns taken away. Is that true?
I
Federal?
don't know. I think the legislation they passed, if I'm remembering correctly, it incentivizes states to pass their own red flag laws. So I don't think they actually passed like a federal red flag, but they did make it a lot more juicier for the states to pass their own. I think they give them like some kind of cash incentive or something.
Oh, yeah, I have not kept up with that whole thing.
Yeah, red flag laws are bad news. It's a real easy way to circumvent two-way. All of a sudden they say, oh, well, because, and as soon as they start having reasons why they can take your guns away, that list of reasons will expand rapidly. Well, today it's because you have a mental health diagnosis. Tomorrow it's because you have a marijuana card. Next week it's because you said something they didn't like on Twitter.
Well, who gets to determine what the red flag is? And
yeah. I mean, and I find it really funny because a lot of the leftists are like, let's send all our guns to Ukraine. And I'm like,
so asinine.
Okay. So like, what if some country attacks you then?
Yeah.
Where's your gun then? Like, are you thinking that they need to defend themselves? Because it's the same idea. And they're like, well, we have so many. And I'm like,
we can spare some.
So is the government. Like, that's why you have so many, because the people, like, if the government ever decides to turn on its citizens, that's the whole fucking point of having
What are you trying to say, Nina? Are you trying to say you can take down the government with AR-15?
No. No one's saying that on this channel. Everyone's fine. Don't have guns. Go red flag, whatever. Anyways. Oh my God. No.
You can use sarcasm.
Nothing is no dissent of any sort. No dangerous rhetoric.
No dangerous
be like Canada. Get rid of your guns.
Just get
okay. Do that. Be like
hand
Canada.
them over. You'll be safer that way.
200 Watt Studios for 2 says you'll be red flagged by calling you subversive. Yeah.
Isn't that what that's what the Scientologists' words?
Oh, is it?
I think that's what they call you when you're like a bad person.
They'll call you a domestic, that word.
Oh, that's
what they're going to call you. They're going to call you a domestic T word.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, since 2000, I've been called that for so many reasons because I'm Persian. So, whatever.
I've been
suppressive. You said subversive.
Oops.
Did say subversive.
I read it right. I know how to speak English.
No, I think they were correcting me.
Oh.
It's suppressive person, not sub.
I'm confused now. Words are hard. Okay.
Words are hard.
So many words.
Moving on to crazy bitch territory. We're talking about Amber Turd. Yes, her name is Amber Turd now. That'll be stuck for the rest of her life. and the less of mine, because I'm never gonna call her Amber Heard again. I'm just gonna call her Amber Turd from now on.
Who poos the
Um,
bed and blames the dog? I mean, come on.
Dude, seriously, this
What is
girl's
with
messed
that?
up. Oh my God, did they ask her about the turd? Did you guys watch this?
No, I saw 2 minutes, and then I think what stopped me from continuing was that she said something along the lines of "I was speaking my truth to power," and I
Oh God,
laughed
yeah,
so
that was
hard.
the first part. That was
Yeah.
the first part.
It was
The
like 2
funny
minutes in.
part
Yeah, and
though
didn't
is
she call Johnny washed up? Like, how is like a washed up actor speaking truth to power? Like, that's not power right there.
yeah, but she also said that he convinced everyone in the world that he had scissors for hands. I was like, what?
Yeah. Look, I saw that movie and I totally believed it. I was really shocked when I first saw a picture of Johnny and I realized he didn't have
He
scissors.
didn't have it. I know, me too, because when I was a
Blew my
kid, I was
mind.
like, wait, what? That guy doesn't have scissors for hands?
I was gonna ask him to trim my hedges into a really fascinating shape, but then I was like, wait, that's fiction. Damn.
The funny part is that I also thought that he was real. Well, I wanted to believe that he was real when I was a kid. God, Edward Scissors. But you know what? Mystery solved. Now we know how he really cut off his fingers because he has scissors for
He
hands.
did it to himself, guys.
He
Amber
fucking
wasn't
just, yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
that
okay.
bottle she threw across the room.
not
at
that
him.
bottle.
No. What are you guys talking about? Amber Turd.
Man,
Exactly. Amber. I can't see without. Yeah, Amber without a turd. Yeah. No.
for
This
real.
is turd for reals.
Oh my God,
Okay.
I love the chat.
Her statement after the verdict and all of that was so crazy to me. The way she tried to make this like about free speech, like this was a loss for free speech in some way.
It's so
by her.
cringe that she wants to keep
What?
talking about that though, like because she wants to say this is about free speech. Like I wrote this thing about free speech. The funny part is, so that was a really good part of that interview. Like the first part of that interview was that I felt like that lady kind of surprised me with some of her questions. Like she actually kind of like hit that. Like she was like, yeah, but it like free speech laws don't protect if you're lying. Like she was like, if you lied. And she's like, yeah, but I didn't lie. I was speaking the truth. And she's just like, But like her face was like, I don't fucking believe you, you stupid bitch. Like, like the interviewer did not seem
She's
like
not a
she was
good
believing
actress.
her.
Yeah. Well, we talked about this when you were on our show actually, but it's just anyone with just one firing neuron should be able to watch just a little bit of that trial and just observe Amber's behavior, her facial reactions, and does that really seem like someone who has PTSD or was an abuse victim of some sort? It did not strike me that way.
She seems like a psycho bitch. That's what she seems like. She just seems like a real psycho.
A lot of the moments where she was up there testifying, it felt like she was at home rehearsing a scene in her head. And when she would explain the things that was happening between her and Johnny, it felt like she was describing a movie scene. Well, and the way she pictures it in her head, and she's trying to get us, the viewer, to visualize it in the way that she's visualizing. But it didn't feel like someone was reliving something that happened to them.
I think you're right, but I also think the reason that she's doing that is because she's trying to convince herself that the lie is the truth.
Yeah.
And I think that usually people do that who are pathological liars. So like when you're a pathological liar, you really lie in a way that like you have to believe the lie yourself. So you have to like kind of keep just saying it over and over and over and over until it actually becomes a reality for you in your own brain. And I think she's done that with the situation with Johnny. 200 Watt Studios for 5 says, don't make love on full lower intestine. Oh my God, intestines, especially on the white cheese. God damn it, 200 Watt Studios. That's gross.
That's gross.
Okay.
We gay people have a way to deal with that. It's called I don't know if you can say that. I don't want to say that.
Don't say it, Brian.
Oh no. Now you're gonna have to tell. No, I'm just joking.
Leave the dirty stuff off the channel. Come on.
Wow. Well, okay.
Gay hygiene 101.
Gay hygiene.
Okay, real quick, another one for 5 says, DL Ritter for $5. Thank you so much. Says, writer here can confirm words are hard. Also, I was in North Carolina and I bought a t-shirt. My mom lost it and now I can't wait to move out. Aw,
And,
that sucks that you lost your t-shirt. Thank you so much for the $5 though. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, the chat has been hilarious and awesome.
I love my chat. My chat's the best. Everybody
Like,
smash the like and share the stream. I'm pretty sure we've been shadow banned, so definitely share. Tell everybody we're having a conversation over here.
Yeah, YouTube hates people like us. They don't.
Yeah, dangerous rhetoric.
Yeah. Or Nina, they don't like you either. Even
we don't.
Even if you do play it a little safe, you're on the chopping block.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'm so on their no list. Okay, here we go.
Oh, is this the interview?
We're gonna watch this interview. This is part 2. Because I already watched part 1 and everyone has already seen part 1, I feel like. So we're just gonna watch part 2. It's 9 minutes long. Let's get it over with. Here we go.
Savannah, with your exclusive conversation with Amber Heard.
Yeah, for 6 weeks, the defamation trial between her and Johnny Depp was hard to ignore. Every accusation aired for the world to see, and reaction on social media getting billions of views. Well, after the verdict, largely in favor of Depp,
I think we can skip this part. Let's go back to
suits from her ex-husband
here we go.
as she looks to move forward. There's a text message.
As she looks to move forward. Why is she doing this interview if she wants to move forward? I feel like that's kind of like not doing
let it
that.
go. Like when you just let it go and stop talking about it. And
why not just not talk about it? I mean, it's pretty fucking simple, but okay, here we go.
I'm not gonna let it go.
Where Johnny promises total global humiliation for you. Do you feel like that came true?
So bad, we're acting.
Oh my god! What the?
I can act better than this.
I know. I think we all can. Damn.
This is why I don't think she's actually a psychopath, because I feel like a psychopath would be doing a better job of convincing us. I feel like she's borderline. Like she actually knows that she's lying, and that's why this is such a paltry performance.
Maybe.
This is, oh my god, she's crazy.
No, he promised it. I testified to
And
this.
scene.
I'm not a good victim. I get it. I'm not a likable victim. I'm not a perfect victim. But
Okay, wait. Like all of the stuff she's saying right now is like ridiculous. I'm not a likable victim. What the hell does that mean? Everybody usually is very kind to victims. People don't care. If you're an actual victim, people are very sympathetic towards people. What does that even mean?
What she meant was, I'm not a believable victim. That's what you meant.
That's right. That's right. Or a good actress. You're not a good actress either.
Or a
That's
good
true.
actress, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. She's great. Look at her. She's just it's just the constant like, feel sorry for me.
It feels exaggerated.
I feel like this
So
would have
good.
worked 10 years ago.
She's not a victim, period. Exactly. It's like no one fucking thinks you're a victim. That's the problem. Okay, here we go.
when I testified, I asked the jury to just see me as human and hear his own words, which is a promise to do this. It feels
I
as
feel
though
like
he has.
that lady's face.
Amber Heard reflecting on the
Her face is like literally like all the time. Like, I don't believe a fucking word that's coming out of your mouth. Like, I really don't. But I have to sit here and listen to you and be like,
the interviewer looks hella skeptical.
like
Even the
she's
mainstream media
not.
is just like, all right, I don't know. Okay.
Oh my god.
The
Okay.
ripple effects of her tumultuous trial with Johnny Depp. Having been found liable, are you nervous as we are here today about what you can say now?
Of course, I took for granted what I assumed was my right to speak.
Do you feel like you could be sued again by him for defamation?
I'm scared that no matter what I do, no matter what I say or how I say it, every step that I take will present another opportunity for this sort of silencing, which is what I guess a defamation lawsuit is meant to do.
No.
Silencing? Who is silencing you?
Nobody's
telling-
silencing you.
You're
Giving
on-
an interview
you're
on
on-
NBC.
You're on television right now.
Yeah, you're like on national television. I mean, she's thinking she's silencing herself. She's like being like, okay, like my speech is being stopped because, you know, he sued me and now I have to kind of like the way we are with like, you know, YouTube, like you got to be careful what you say kind of thing. So now she's feeling like she has to censor herself. But what she really has to do is not lie. And like, you know, it's so difficult not to lie. It's like, oh, wow. Okay. Just keep lying then, Amber.
That's like borderline. That's the cluster B problem.
It's the cluster B problem. It really fucking is. And also like the pathological liar problem.
It's meant to take your voice.
I think it's interesting that she keeps doing that, by the way. Like that weird, she's got this like weird thing.
Yeah, what is that?
It's a towel. Like, I don't know what it is, but she goes like this. And
It looks it's like a half, it's like a smirk or like a half. I don't even know if I could do that if I wanted to.
I don't know if I can do it. I look retarded when I do this. Like, I don't know. But that's what she does. She talks like the side of her mouth.
Doing like Justin Bieber face. Did you see
kind
that?
of, yeah. You kind of did it, but you were like, you actually look good doing it though. I don't really go. I don't look good. What the? No, don't do that.
Clipping Nina now.
Oh my god, no. DL Ritter for 2 says no. She made a big deal about it. I still have it. Oh, you mean the shirt? Oh,
good.
Thanks. The Elvis snarl.
It is Elvis
Thank
snarl,
you.
isn't it?
I lied very much. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I can't. Oh, no wonder I didn't watch this.
It's the lying snarl.
The lying snarl.
Now this is gonna be known as like the Amber Turd snarl. Like why you got the Amber Turd thing going on over here?
This is actually really good though, because having like someone like her go full cluster B at like a macro social scale, exposing all of those behaviors and the tells and the red flags and everything like that to a global audience, this is actually going to be a really net good thing for humanity.
I think so too. You're right. I didn't even think about it like that, but you're right. I think it's Lil Popa, stop making that face. And I know it's like it's gonna be stuck that way. I stopped doing it because I was like, you know what they tell you, like stop doing that, your face is gonna be stuck that way. Like I'm like, I don't want to get used to doing that like ever because it's psycho. It's like psychotic. Like, what is she doing with her face?
Voice.
It's like, did she have a stroke? Like, did she just so much drugs that she can't even like talk properly anymore? Like, I don't know.
But Amber is still speaking just days after a jury stunned many and found the actress defamed Depp in an op-ed where she said she was a public figure representing domestic.
Okay, we already know this part. Can we go back to the interview? I heard how I hate how they like, fill the
Life had seemingly
thing with stupid shit we already know.
moved on, and you decide to write an op-ed. Why did you do that?
Because the op-ed wasn't about my relationship with Johnny.
But it alluded to him. It was unmistakable.
What the op-ed was about.
I like that the chick is like kind of hammering that, like, it was unmistakable. Like it was about him. It was about him.
Yeah.
200 Watt Studios for 2 says, Nina, please snarl and do the turtle sound. You're gonna have to pay a lot more than $2 for that, buddy. Just letting you know.
Was me loaning my voice to a bigger cultural conversation that we were having at the time.
Did you worry? Gosh, I'd love to be a person weighing in on these cultural issues, but that's going to stir this all up again.
I obviously knew it was important for me not to make it about him or to do anything like defame him. I had lawyers, teams of lawyers review
the
all the
shittiest
drafts.
teams of lawyers of all time. This was like the backwater hillbilly, like I don't know where the fuck you found these lawyers, but my God, go get some new ones because they fucking no.
That one lady was really unlikable.
The cat lady. Like the
Yeah.
main one. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
awful. The one that like basically said like everyone and their mom was there for their 15 minutes of fame. Like that was her entire defense was, this trial's being
Yeah.
televised, don't you? That's why you're here. It's like, okay.
When you wrote this op-ed, it was the height of Me Too. Legions of powerful men being canceled, losing their jobs. Did you want that to happen to Johnny Depp?
Yes.
Of course not.
Yeah, you
course not.
liar. You liar. She's such a liar. Yes, you did. You did. You did. You did. You did. You're a liar.
It wasn't about him.
It was totally
but
about
the
him.
op-ed and the
Liar.
abuse
God, this bitch. I can't.
How could
stand
she
her.
sit there and say it wasn't about him at this stage of the game?
Why is she wearing Kim Jong-un's outfit here? Like, what is happening?
She had a lot of interesting wardrobe choices during the trial. There was some interesting analysis too. Like she was mirroring Johnny, like so wearing
Yeah.
something similar, same color the day after that he wore it. Really,
I remember that.
like
remember
grade
that.
A psycho level stuff.
Really intriguing stuff.
This was a hoax, is according to his team. Why didn't I cooperate with the police? As I've testified before, and I will stand by until my dying day, I didn't want to cooperate with them. I didn't want this to be out. I didn't want this to be known. I didn't
Yes, you did. Yes,
want to
you
cooperate with them
did.
because I didn't want this to be, I didn't want to get him in trouble. If it was a hoax, I could have done that.
But 5 days later, you went to court and it came out.
5 days later, I made the decision to stand up for myself and
You
protect
called
myself. You
TMZ,
can't get a
you
restraining
stupid
order
bitch.
in private, which of course I didn't understand
You called
the
TMZ.
night when the cops were called.
An employee of TMZ testified at
Thank
court
you.
and said that TMZ was tipped off about when you were going to be going to the courthouse and on what side of your face bruises would be apparent. Did you tip off
cunt.
TMZ?
Like,
I
oh
was
my
going to say, you
God.
certainly didn't get
The-
tipped off by me or
Did
anyone in
anyone
my.
you know tip off
Absolutely.
TMZ?
Why would they? No.
You asked
Why would
no
they?
one to do that.
As I testified to
Oh
before,
my God, the cunty lies. Like, how many cunty lies are you going to tell? I can't deal.
You should. I got in trouble for using that word on Twitter.
I know. I mean, I hate that word. That's the thing, too. I never use that word. That is like such a terrible word.
I implied someone was
It's
being a
fitting,
bit of a, and I asterisked out the U, and I still got like a temporary 24-hour lockout.
Oh my God. I can't. The only person that's ever warranted that word for me is Amber Heard. Like, that's the only person. DL Ritter for 2 says, can't wait for Amber to come out as non-binary.
Oh, wait for her transition this fall.
Girl, dude, that is so happening, DL Ritter. That is so
Of course.
happening.
Of course.
That is so going. Well, you know what though? Because she's already like bi / a lesbian. So yeah, I could see that happening. Like, oh my God, I'm like they, them now. Like
Isn't
Ezra
she's
Miller.
with that other like reporter lady? I can't remember her name. Someone was like hypothesizing that she was actually running her Twitter account too. Because
Who was?
Amber? I can't remember. Eva Barlow.
Oh, Eve Barlow's like running Amber's Twitter account.
No, they were saying that Amber was running Eve's Twitter account.
No, I mean, well, I could believe it. I could believe it. She's so controlling. Like, I could see that. I can see that. And then she like posts like stuff for herself. Like, I love Amber so much because she's so amazing. It's like, dude,
No, I think
that's
Hug was talking
you.
about the umbrella guy.
Oh my God.
it had nothing to do with me.
There are different incidents that you testified to, and the Depp legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You promised to donate the $7 million.
Lady, you know what's so crazy? A few things. One, in the last one, in part 1, they talked about the audio tapes because the interviewer brought up how there's audio tapes of her talking about beating Johnny and like all the stuff. And she's like, yeah, but like those tapes were taken out of context and like they're not like everyone just focuses on those tapes, but it's like, no, like that's not the tapes. It's not supposed to say that. And it's like, I just think like if it was the other way around, if the tape said that Johnny did beat her, if the evidence actually was for her, she would be like loving all this evidence. She'd be like, oh yeah, the evidence shows like these are the tapes and it shows that Johnny beat me and these are the tapes and it shows that Johnny did whatever. But it's always the opposite. So she's like, well, the evidence was just like taken out of context and like it didn't work. And it's like, that was your evidence, though. That's yours. That's your audio clip that you submitted to the court. You could have submitted the 5 hours if you wanted to, but you didn't.
But also, that's all you had out of years and years of abuse. That's all you documented. It's just, it doesn't seem believable. I'm sorry. I'm actually having hiccups right now. I'm like having.
Oh no, it's all good. Is that
You
why
guys
you
can
just
see why I like vanished for a bit? I'm actually gonna take a second Tums, but I'm probably gonna call it. So I just wanted to, say
Oh, okay.
goodbye to everyone. I think I'm gonna lay down for a bit, but I'm gonna let Brent continue here and stream with you guys. But on that note, let me just say that Amber Heard is a crazy bitch. It's very fucking obvious. Anyone who's paying attention, just observe her for just a few minutes when she talks about what's happened to her and how believable does that stuff sound, and then go speak to an actual victim of actual domestic abuse and violence.
Night and day.
It's night and day. It's just, it's not believable to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I think the court of public opinion is serving the true justice right now.
So the chat says, Brick Hardcastle says, try a spoon of sugar.
Yeah.
And Marilyn wants your hiccups back in here.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm tired, man. It's been a long night, but
Go hang out.
yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm not gonna.
Okay, have a good night.
Thank you for having me. I very much
Of
appreciate
course,
it.
of course.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
I'm gonna go lay down.
I'm
You're
having
good.
fun.
You're good. Okay, you're having fun. All right.
The Brent show
I'm
now.
gonna listen. I'll listen.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Daniel. He's still there. Like he's like,
He's over there with Radar. That's
Yeah,
our
he's
little mascot.
oh, hi, Radar.
This is Radar. He's a good boy. Oh, he can't listen.
Oh, he's so cute. Wait, let me blow you up. There you are. Oh,
Radar.
there's a doggy. Oh, he's so cute. He's
Yeah,
a
look over
doggy.
here.
Oh, he's
Look
so
over here.
cute.
Hello, puppy. Oh.
He's like, I don't care.
said,
Like,
"What?
look, I
What?
want to
What?"
just chill the fuck out with my dad on the bed. All right,
He's at
like
the beach all day today. He's very
he's
exhausted
tired.
today.
He's tired, baby. Okay, hold on. We've got a super chat here from a sour cream citizen. That's a funny name. It says, I call her a wait, can you read that? What does that say?
Oleaginous?
Oleaginous queef waffle. I don't know what the frig that means. Well, I
have
know the
no
queef
idea.
waffle.
That's a word I don't know. Oleaginous.
Oleaginous? Okay, now I
Hold
have to
on.
look
I gotta
that
look
up.
that
What does
up,
that
yeah.
even mean? Did I just learn a new word?
Oleaginous.
A rich in, covered with, or producing oil, oily or greasy. Oleaginous.
So there's the second
Wow.
definition: falsely or smugly earnest, unctuous, having the nature or qualities of oil. So basically saying that she's slimy.
She's a slimy queef waffle. Wow, I learned a new word.
Queef waffle.
Oleaginous. That's cool. Okay, wait. I have something for this. Hang on. I am trying to find it. Here it is. There we go.
I love
Learned a
that.
new word. Wow. We're talking about how words are hard, and then this dude comes in with oleaginous. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, a sour
The word of
cream
the stream
citizen.
right there.
Wow, taught me something. Yeah, word of the day. The word of the day is oleaginous. Whoa, dude, I like that picture. Punished Fabio. That's amazing. And it's Fabio.
Missing an eye.
I'm
The other one's
fucking
all
amazed
plastic.
right now at
That's
this
awesome.
like icon and name. Because I mean, you would have to be a certain generation to know who Fabio is, let alone like have a fucking avatar that's a painted picture of
true.
Fabio with no.
It's definitely
This is-
dating yourself 35 plus.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, here we go. This is already halfway through. We're almost done. Okay, here we go.
Dollars of your divorce settlement to charity.
Wait, what did this chick say? Hold on, back up.
If you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you
Oh,
weren't injured.
this is the other thing I was gonna say, because that's part of the reason she really hates the social media thing, because she's like all the pictures that came out from domestic violence people that were like, oh, look at my face, and I was beat by my husband, like punched in the face, only just once, like and look at my face, and everyone's like, okay, oh yeah, you didn't get punched like with rings, like over and over, like no. Okay, here we go.
You had promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity. It was revealed at trial
I pledged
that
it.
you haven't done so yet. However, they played a tape
I
where
pledged it.
you stayed on the air that you have donated it. Do you think that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
Yes,
I made a pledge, and that
I made
pledge
a pledge.
is made over time by
Oh my god, like the way her
a
face goes,
pledge.
I
and-
made a pledge.
She spits that word out too. Look at the way that she says, like, I made a pledge. She's like, I made a pledge.
Yeah,
Like she
It was
and
a
she
pledge.
snarls too. You can see her brow furl.
and her lip is going like this again.
She's doing the
You're
doing the
doing a
Elvis.
thing. I made a pledge.
I made a pledge. Stop
She
asking
looks
about
like-
it.
She looks like a pirate. Like she's like, I made a pledge. Arr. Like, is this her fucking like, what's it called? Like, what is that? Oh my god, Johnny Depp's character, Jack Sparrow. Is this like her Jack Sparrow? She's like, I made a pledge.
Oh
Arr.
my god, if it is, it's bad.
Oh my god, look, it's Jack Sparrow. Like Ladies Man 727 says, someone pledged me $1
Pledge me
million.
$1
Arr. What has this show become? Oh my god. There's so many clips of this now. Like, I really hope nobody's putting this shit on. Okay, never mind. Here we go.
That pledge is made over time by its nature.
When
And
you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it, not that you've pledged it. So for the jurors sitting there, do you
She's
think
calling
they
her out.
felt
I like it. I
that
like
was
it.
you getting caught in a lie?
I don't know, because so much of I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility, to call me a liar in
You are
every
a
way
liar.
you can. And
That was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
and
That was it.
This lady's
is
nailing
another
this
one of the
interview, yo.
examples where if you pull back and you think about it,
Okay, I'm gonna say, I had some dispersions. Like, I thought that an NBC interview is gonna go like, this is gonna be a fluff piece for Amber Turd. This is gonna make her look really good and make Johnny look really bad. But this chick is actually doing a really good job and hitting her with some hard questions, and kind of calling her out. Like,
Nina, you
I'm
gotta-
very much enjoying her interview.
You got a pledge of $400 billion in the chat from Brick Hardcastle.
Oh my God. Wow. That's a lot. Thank you. An awesome one just pledged me $5. Just a super
Super
pledge. I really appreciate it, you guys. I mean, it's,
Your-
it's
your
the thought
chatters
that
are
counts,
hilarious,
I
by the way.
guess. Thank you.
I'm dying over here. I've got the chat open, scrolling through my phone, and they keep cracking me up.
NBC is considering firing her. I would think so after this, because this
No,
is
she needs firing the interviewer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they are, but I mean, I could see it, because I definitely didn't think she was going to give these hard-hitting questions.
Well, it
Though,
seems like, Nina. Did I lose Nina? Am I still alive? I think I am. Hey, everyone. It's the Brentley Show. Oh, she's back.
my mouse, like, I hit this button on the side of my mouse, and it's like the back button, and it God damn it.
I'm taking over the stream.
Everything's fine. I'm here. It wasn't even like an internet hiccup. It was like my fucking hand went on the mouse hiccup, and I didn't even know that it does that. I just learned that apparently that's what that does. Okay, great. Good to know. We're back. Okay, here we go. But yeah, like this wait, is her name Savannah? The interviewer?
I don't know actually.
I think somebody's is it Samantha? Samantha. Good job, Samantha. Yeah. Yeah, Samantha. Okay. Well, she's doing a really good job. And but they've seen this interview. They've known like it's been edited. I mean, it's been edited to parts. So if they had a problem with it, they wouldn't have aired it. So I feel like they knew.
Like she would have been like, gone over with her boss, the tone of her questions, whether it was going to be softball or hardball or somewhere in between. Like I feel like that if I was in her position, I would have gone over that with my supervisor, and I feel like anybody else would. So
yeah,
like she had at least she thought what she was doing was authorized, because she's doing a really good job. She's grilling her.
She is. I'm very surprised. I'm actually very surprised by the line of questioning, and I'm also surprised. Like I also feel like she was one of us. Like she was watching the trial and she was going like, "You lying bitch!" Like and she's like now like, oh, now I can finally like ask her these questions and be like, "What did you mean by that?" And she's got her like this is good, and her wheels are spinning. That's why you're seeing all these like weird tells of her face going all weird, and all this different stuff. So this is very fascinating. Joe's Atmosphere, thank you so much for $1.99, says Nina, she's so blonde. Keep up the positivity. Well, she's just a psycho. I don't know about her being blonde. But yeah, she is fucked up. So she's definitely a bimbo, I guess, if that's what you mean. Gary Thomas for 5 says the interviewer is a former prosecutor and helped found a DV center for battered women. So I'm guessing she has no love for Amber Heard like most people. Oh my goodness. I did know that she was a prosecutor, but I didn't know about the helping the center of battered women thing. That's fascinating, Gary. Thank you for that information. My goodness, that kind of really hammers home why she's not letting Amber just like get away with, just giving her softball questions or whatever. Thanks for that super chat. Okay, here we go.
One of the examples where if you pull back and you think about it, I shouldn't have to have donated it in an effort to be believed. I shouldn't have had to earmark the entirety of that in order to have.
You shouldn't have, but once you said you did.
Right, which is where it was intended to go.
Said you
Heard says
would.
she still plans to honor that pledge.
How do you see your future now?
I get to be a mom, like full time.
That poor
where I'm
baby.
not having to juggle calls.
Imagine
with
your
lawyers.
mom is known as Amber Turd. Like for the rest of your life, your mom is Amber Turd, and people are literally like, "Are you gonna shit the bed?" Like at school and stuff, because your mom did. Oh my god!
And she went out and got that. She got that like sperm donor baby, right? That's how.
Yeah, which people think is Elon Musk's. I don't know if that's true, but apparently they say it's Elon Musk's spunk, and like that's the baby is Elon's. I don't know if that's true, but there's apparently evidence of that.
It'd be some high quality spunk, right? I mean,
hey,
that billionaire brainchild stuff. It's good stuff.
I don't know if it. I don't know, but this baby's gonna be picked on like big time, especially in high school. Man, oh God, I would hate to be this kid. 200-watt Studios for 2 says Dr. Curry was right about her. Dr. Curry. Yeah, she's really hot. Dr. Mommy. Really pretty lady. People saying it's Elon's spunk. It's Elon's baby. But yeah, like I don't know if it's true. Tug said it was Elon's baby too. Tug said that he thinks that it might be Elon's baby.
Well,
But I
doesn't
guess
he? I mean, I think I remember hearing something about Elon having a sort of settlement deal with Amber. Like he pays her a stipend. I don't know if it's for life or for a certain amount of period, but I
I
do
heard
believe
that
he is
too.
paying her some sort of secret amount, per month for whatever. And that was like just the deal that they had at the end of the relationship.
If anyone knows, Tug knows. It's true. Check out that Umbrella Guys channel.
Well, and it's interesting that she did that. If she did that with Elon and then moved on to Johnny, it's like, was she just trying to rinse and repeat the same sort of pattern with him?
Yeah, but also it's really like see, the difference though is Elon Musk is actually crazy. So I think that and also he's Eastern Europe, well, he's South African. So he's brought up with different values. So I think like when she hit him, he probably hit her back. Like he was probably like, fuck off, bitch. Like he probably like backhanded her a few times and she was like, okay, like I'll know my place now, because that's kind of like how those kind of people like they understand like the power dynamic.
Around the world, cultures are different.
Sorry, say that again.
Around the world, the cultures are different, especially when it comes to the interactions between men and women.
I also really think that thank fucking God that she didn't have kids with Johnny, because this would have been like such a different ordeal if this had to be like a fucking custody battle too, but it's not. So, I mean, thank God it wasn't a custody battle, because she was already weaponizing Johnny's kids. And like, imagine if she had, and it wasn't even her kids, it was Johnny's kids. So imagine if she had like kids with them, she would totally weaponize them. It's it's
Big
really
time.
sad to even think about. So I'm just kind of glad that she didn't have kids with Johnny.
One day you may want to tell your daughter about this or have to tell your daughter about everything that you've gone through. What would you want to say?
You would have to tell her why you're known as Amber Turd. Mom, why does everyone call you Amber Turd? Why, Mom? Why does everyone call me Turd?
I think no matter what, it will mean something. I did the right thing. I did everything I could to stand up for myself and the truth.
Heard and Depp's volatile relationship lasted just 4 years. Depp confirming his engagement to me on Today in 2014.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, very. She's a wonderful girl. She's sharp as a tack,
That's
wonderful,
wild, like having to interview him.
Southern
And now
belle and sweet as can be, and very good for me.
On the first day of the trial, you issued a statement, and part of the statement said, "I still have love for Johnny."
Yes.
Is that still true?
No.
After everything?
Absolutely.
No, because she doesn't understand what love is. She doesn't know what love is. There is like the only type of love she knows is like the psychopathic possessive love that she feels towards Johnny Depp and anyone in her life that she feels she can possess, because that's who she is. She's a psychopath, and for her, love is pain. For her, love is lies. For her, love is like this, just the everything negative that you could think of. That's what love is to her. And that's why I'm like, man, this poor baby that's being raised by this woman. Dead eyes. Everyone talking about these dead eyes. It's true.
Well, maybe the baby will also be a little psycho, a little cuckoo, and she'll get her, she'll get a little karmic justice.
Ooh, that's interesting to think about.
Do you ever see We Need to Talk About Kevin?
Yes.
Get into that later. We talk about Ezra Miller.
Oh my God, that is Ezra Miller.
It
like
is.
literally is that fucking kid. I actually wanted to rewatch that movie the other night because I remember I watched it like way back in the day when I was suggested to it.
I saw it once.
I saw it once and I was like, I'm fucking like, wow.
No.
And now I'm like, I kind of want to rewatch it because I feel like it's literally Ezra Miller's life. But man, that's so funny that you say that. 200 Watt Studios for 2 says, kid will be known as son of turd or turd's daughter. I know, right? That poor kid.
The ending.
The ending haunts me. I know, man. That movie was wild.
I look like Ezra? What? Really?
No, you don't look anything like Ezra Miller. What are you talking about?
No, Sickles was in the chat.
Oh.
I tried to say his name and it's not working.
It maybe because you have like a thinner face. Like I can see like the shape of your face. I could see that. But like you don't look like Ezra Miller though. You're not a crazy person. Okay, here we go.
Absolutely. I love him.
No, you don't.
I loved him with all my heart. And I tried the best I could to make a deeply broken relationship work.
My God, it's like when people like this, when psycho people are like, I loved him so much. I'm like, oh my God, like, what is it like when you don't love someone? If this is the love, if you loved him and you put him through this, like, what is it when you hate someone? Like, what do you do to that person? Like, who are you? Because
it's a good question.
Like, how evil are you going to be to a person you don't like if this is the love? Like, oh my God, this chick, oh my God, it's almost over. Okay, hold on. So cringe.
And
oh my
I couldn't.
God, her cringe.
I have no bad feelings or ill will towards him at all.
Liar.
I know that might be hard to understand, or it might be really easy to understand.
No,
if
it's really hard to
ever loved
understand.
anyone, it should be easy.
You're fucked.
Depp's attorneys have said they do not.
You know what's so crazy is she says that's really hard to understand, but that's like I kind of get it because she says like, you know, there's a saying that goes, there's a thin line between love and hate, right? Like so like, you know, I can understand. Like I've been in passionate fights with my husband where I'm like, oh, I fucking hate you, but I love him. Like I love him so much, but it's been like such a passionate fight where you're like, fucking hate you, you know? But it's not like this. It's not like the way that she explains because she actually does hate him. Like that this is not I don't think that she's capable of love, and I think everything she's capable of is hate. And like wishing ill upon him. And she's like, you know, I loved him and I still love him. You know, at least be honest with yourself, you know, at least be like, at least take the line of like, I'm a victim. I hate my abuser. He abused me and I don't want anything good for him ever. I hope he fucking gets fucked. Like, you know, like I hope he gets, you know, whatever is coming to him. Karma will deal with him. I'm trying to forgive. Like, you know, like at least take that round. This chick, she doesn't even know what she wants. She's like, I fucking love him and I've always loved him. It's
yeah, I find her so not believable. Just so fake. And when she says that like love, it's clear that she's sort of doing that double speak thing. Like she doesn't really mean love. Like when she says love, it's like she means she likes the power to control and manipulate. That's what she thinks love is.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why she's like, I will always love him. I will always, because she'll always want that. And she'll always try to reach for that. And that's exactly what she's doing with this interview. She's still reaching for Johnny, still just putting herself out there to try to, you know, to just do whatever she can to hold on to some control of the narrative, which has just totally been blown to bits by the trial.
Yes, the narrative has been broken. At 200 Watt Studios, this is so correct. It's probably one of the most accurate super chats you've ever sent me. Her mind is messed up. Hate is love to her. It's true. I feel like that's like the way her mind works is like so the opposite. Like the opposite is true of what she says. Yes. My God, she's definitely like a very interesting case, like a character study case. If you want to like basically understand female narcissists or psychopaths, she's a really good one. She needs to be studied by like teams of people. Interestingly enough, though, since we're still on the topic, so Camille Vasquez and Johnny Depp were in the news today because Camille Vasquez will defend Johnny Depp in a new court case next month. The new court case is that it is now revealed that Vasquez is now set to return to court alongside Depp for a lawsuit he is embroiled with a former colleague named Greg Rocky Brooks. Brooks filed a personal injury lawsuit against the actor in Los Angeles County Superior Court. So this is going to be in Los Angeles, where in LA in 2018. He has accused the Pirates of the Caribbean star of punching him twice in the rib cage in April 2017 while the pair were working together on the set of the film crime drama City of Lies. Brooks alleges that Depp also asked him to punch him back, but in the face, supposedly offering him $100,000 to do so. He also claims that the actress smelled of alcohol when they had supposed to run in over how long they had to shoot a scene in downtown Los Angeles. A location manager has accused Depp of inflicting emotional distress on him. So that is what is going to happen alongside Vasquez. Randall Smith will also act as defendant attorney for Johnny Depp. The defendants are listed as Depp, American production company Nearly Infinitum, film producer Miriam Segal, music video director Brad Furman, and Good Films Production US Inc. The plaintiff attorney for Brooks is listed as Abarella Azizani from Baker Oslin LeCroy and Danielian Law Firm. Okay, so there you go. That was a lot of names. Okay, so this is blah, blah, blah. This is all information we know. The trial is currently set to commence July 25th. I wonder if it will be publicized. Nick Rekieta will be happy about that if it is.
If it's state court, I think it is. If it's
I don't think it's federal, so it seems like it seems like it's state court.
Yeah, I would imagine it is.
So there you go. I mean, there's another trial that Nick can cover and make more money. Good for him.
Love to watch Nick.
He's so great. I'm like obsessed with his channel.
He has the best rants.
So good. His rants are so funny.
Ranting about Susan, and it was killing me. He's just poking that bear, just poking that tiger.
His rants are epic. All right. Well, there you go. That's our segment on Amber Turd and Johnny Depp. I think it's interesting that he's going with the same lawyer. What do you think the odds are for this new case? Do you think she's going to win?
Well, so this new one, I don't think involves her at all, right? It was just that that old...
No, I mean like Camille Vasquez. Do you think she's going to win this one for Johnny Depp?
Well, I guess who knows? We'll have to wait and see what the evidence is. You know, I find the timing a little interesting, but I guess they filed it back before all this drama, and it's just
2017. Yeah,
it's getting they're getting to it now. But I don't know. I could see it being true. That Johnny goes a little drunk and got a little aggressive over some dude in a movie, whatever. And they tried to cover it up and make it go away, and it didn't. Or I could see somebody doing kind of the same thing. Like, now that we've seen one person, making up a whole scenario with really flimsy evidence to back it, now I'm like reluctant to, put judgment out there based on a little hearsay. You have to kind of wait and see what the evidence is and where it goes. But Camille did a very good job defending him. She's very good at, in front of a jury. She's very good in the courtroom. She's got great on-camera presence. So if it is televised again, people liked Camille before. They're going to continue to like Camille, going forward.
I'll definitely be watching it. I'll be like, ooh, new trial. Let's watch this. You know what other trial I'm super interested in though, and that one's I think that one's after because it was supposed to start August, and that's the trial of Steve. What's the guy's name? Hyde from that '70s show.
What did he do?
He raped a bunch of girls back in the day, and the Church of Scientology covered it, and they tried to get the case dismissed. Like the church tried to get it dismissed. And then they weren't successful because the judge was like, nope, this is going forward. Like this is gonna happen. Like so they tried to get it sequestered. They tried to get like it not, but the judge, Danny Masterson, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, him. That trial is coming up, and I'm super interested in that one because I think he did it. I actually do. This time, I don't know if the Me Too is a lie. I think this Me Too is correct because I think that the Church of Scientology has done some really shady shit. And I believe when people say that they were harmed because of the Church of Scientology. So that'll be really interesting to see the evidence and like to just see all of it play out. I think will be really interesting. Wait, how do you say your name? AC Skillies? What?
I couldn't pronounce it.
I can't pronounce this, but thank you so much for the $5. AC Skills? I don't know. Something Killies? I don't know.
Skill Eyes.
Good
AC.
Lord. I've totally butchered your name. I'm sorry. Thank you for the $5. Says love requires empathy. Narcissists are incapable of empathy. It's very correct.
Maybe?
She was never capable of loving Johnny. That's so true because narcissists cannot feel empathy, and love requires empathy. That is so true. Thank you so much for that $5. Achilles.
Oh, Achilles, yeah.
There you go.
The Greek hero, but with skills.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Achilles.
I like it. Achilles. I like it. All right. Let's move to the next topic. Ezra Miller. My gosh, this guy. So last week on Infinite Talk, John and I spoke a little bit about this because literally last Wednesday is when the news dropped that the restraining order was filed by the parents of this girl. They say he's been grooming her for years, since she was 12 years old. She's now 18, I believe, maybe 17. I forget her exactly. I think she's still a minor. I think she's 18 now. So now she's kind of able to make her own decisions, but they're saying, he groomed her. So since 12, I remember that she was groomed since 12. That he gave her marijuana, LSD. I mean, marijuana, whatever, but LSD and alcohol and things like that, that's next level. So he gave her all this stuff. She calls him comrade, which I feel like is a literal sign of grooming. Because I'm like, okay, if you're calling people comrade, it seems like you were groomed, or at the very least, you're very misinformed. So I don't know. But this happened yesterday, where Ezra Miller reacts to allegations against them by posting memes because people were looking for him because I don't know if there's a warrant out for his arrest. I don't think there's an arrest warrant, but it is a warrant for not a warrant, a restraining order. They're trying to give him a restraining order.
Yeah, it's a restraining order, and there's a whole thing that they can't. I think they can't find him. Right, he's on the lam.
Yeah, he's not able to be found. He's taken off. So he started posting memes on Instagram. So he started with stuff like this that says, "You cannot touch me. I am in another universe." Kind of referring to here it is. It says, according to TMZ's, Iron Eye's parents accused Miller of supplying her at the underage climate activist with alcohol, marijuana, and LSD, with also using violence to hold sway over her. As Quartz reports that they failed to locate the flash star, Miller has shared 5 memes, the first of which carries the text, "You cannot touch me. I'm in another universe." So that was then another one's labeled "The Message from Another Dimension." This is that one. And then one depicts a person vomiting in a funny caption, "Me remembering how I was nice when I should have said, 'Who the fuck do you think you are talking to?'" And then another alludes to people shocking him, and by causing him a headache. saying me, people, headache. This is from like San Andreas, I think, Grand Theft Auto.
Right.
The last carries a much longer message that refers to being shielded from negative people and their ill intent. And this one writes, I am shielded from negative people and their ill intent. My spirit, mind, body, soul, success are not altered by anyone's envy. I am protected from all negative, I don't know what this is, something people attempt
Energy.
to throw. Is that energy?
It's
Negative.
NRG.
And negative energy people attempting to throw at me subconsciously, consciously. I clear any and all. I don't know what the fuck this is. Peeps who are hidden enemies.
Hidden peers.
Hidden peers. Oh no, hidden peeps or something, or peers. Hidden peers who are hidden enemies. What a fucking weirdo. So he posts these as they're like literally looking for this dude. And then today, well, because I went on Twitter and I started kind of like blasting this out. And I don't want to take credit for this, but I started like kind of like tagging Warner Bros. And other like the Flash movie and other just kind of like the other studios that are involved with him. And I'm like, do you guys have anything to say about how you're the star of your movie is accused of grooming someone and on the run, and now he's just posting memes of this, like he's making a joke out of the law? Like this is
Any
fucking
comment?
insane. Any comment whatsoever? There was no comment from the studios as of yet. There's still no comment. But Ezra Miller ended up erasing his entire Instagram. So the Flash star Ezra Miller deletes Instagram after posting memes mocking court's attempt to find him. So now the Instagram account is gone. Like he just erased the entire thing, which is fine. Like whatever. I don't really give a shit about Ezra Miller's Instagram. But I find it interesting that he realized that he's actually in deep shit and decided to kind of like backtrack and delete. So okay, what are your thoughts on this, Brad? Tell me what you think about Ezra Miller. Where do you think he's hiding? Do you think he groomed this girl?
Well, according to his parents, he met her when she was 12 and he was 23 at the time at a North Dakota pipeline protest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And apparently he took instant liking to her. And of course, the family was all wowed by his, star power. And they had a relationship that developed from there. And now he's, I guess, 29. I think he's 29, 30-ish. And
is that how old he is? Let's look that up. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, she's 18, so that was 12.
Yeah, he's 29.
Years, 29, yeah. So it's about 6 years they've been. So he's been grooming this girl for 6 years.
Wow.
And feeding her drugs. And obviously
physically abusing her too, apparently.
Physically, psychologically, sexually. Of course, there's possibility of statutory rape here.
Ooh, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Fuck.
And she's also like, brainwashed. And this is kind of a big problem we have with kids when they're in this age. It's a very vulnerable age for them. They're coming into their adulthood. They're assuming all these responsibilities for the first time. And they have this natural rebellious instinct to separate from the family, from your parents, because we all need to go through that at some point. We need to trek out into the world on our own and sort of make our mark and learn to make our own space. Nevertheless, it just seems like when these kind of people are there to sort of hijack that process, like Ezra Miller has apparently done to this young girl, it can go wrong. It can go dark. And, I'm afraid for this girl. Like it's not, he's the kind of person who could hurt her. He's already hurt her physically, psychologically, and sexually. Who's to say he won't hurt her again or actually, end her existence? Like, and now that he's being pursued by the law, does that add, to his agitation level? Does that mean he's going to be abusing her more? and we know that he has money. You know, he's been paid millions of dollars for you know, like the DC movies, and I don't know what his deals are for upcoming films. But you know, he's got money, so it's easy for him to move around. It's easy for him to stay at hotels. He can pay cash. They could stay on the move. They could go international. Like, I don't know if she's got her passport, but
Did you guys see the girl's video that she put online?
I have not seen the video. Have you seen the video that she put online?
I didn't see the video, no, but I did hear that she called out her parents and said that like that she loves him and she wants to be with him and stuff like that, which is of course what she's going to say. That's where she called him comrade, and she was like,
Right.
Ezra's my comrade, and I was like, girl, no. Oh my God. But is that the video we're talking about, or is there another video? Can we watch this video? Where is it? Let's watch it.
That's it. That's what the one Dan said that he's talking about.
Okay, let's see.
Also, there's just like one picture that I saw that was really interesting. It was like of mom and the girl in the back seat, and Ezra was in like the passenger seat.
That was the one she posted, the mom.
Well, that was okay. So that was the picture that the mom posted, but it's really interesting because when you see it, like the girl, I forget her name. It's like Walking Eagle or something, Takata, something like that. But she looks miserable. She's got this like just deadpan sort of like look on her face.
Oh my God, I think I found the video, or not the video, the picture you're talking about, because she looks messed up.
She does. And then
she looks like she's high as fuck. Hold on.
Yeah, if you can you put it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I hate these freaking things when you go to. Okay, hold on.
Ezra straight pulling a Sid
There we go.
Barrett
I
over
found
here.
the
His
picture you're
DD too much
talking about.
LSD. Seriously eats.
I think this is the picture you're talking about.
Yeah, that's it. So interestingly, mom's eyes are shut here, but she's got this sort of blissful smile on her face. I just find this whole.
She looks like
very
she's
symbolic.
high too. The mom.
Maybe she is.
I mean, it looks like she took an upper and she took a downer. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and Ezra in control of the camera, looking at it, you know, not really showing much emotion. I think.
Wait, this is weird. So
really
this parent was clearly like aware of what's going on. That's crazy.
You know, they invite, when you invite the vampire in, it's very hard to get them out. And if they bite your child, all of a sudden your child's hooked on them.
Maybe they were kind of fine with it until she started being like, he's my comrade, and they're like, this is starting to sound like a little bit of commie talk. Like, are you okay? Like, maybe that's what was the concerning thing. Like, I don't know. But there had to be a line drawn, right? Like, it's like, what are you talking about? Like, there had to be something that like set them off to be like, okay, enough is enough.
They might not have known, you know, they might have had a really extended honeymoon period with him. They might not have seen him so much, or only like, and when they only saw him, it was all pleasant and charming and happy-go-lucky Ezra. And then perhaps recently, you know, the mask slipped, or, you know, they didn't like the changes they were seeing in their daughter, and they started to investigate. And when they started to investigate, you know, that Ezra didn't like that, and he reacted really badly. So there's a lot of possibilities, you know, they get very upset when you start to question them. It's kind of like what we saw with Amber.
I'm just looking at this other thing, because so this picture was apparently posted by the mob. By the way, thank you, Christopher Miller, for the $10. Says Ezra straight pulling a Sid Barrett movie right here. This is what happens when you do too much. LSD seriously yeets. Dude, seriously though, you were fucking right. Like, this is some insane shit right here. Thank you, Christopher Miller. And then Charlie Stevenson said her parents didn't do enough to protect her. And I mean, clearly, because I mean, they were like partying with them apparently until not so long ago. So like I was looking at, like, I'm just trying to look at this this picture more and kind of trying to track down where that came from. Apparently it was posted by the mom. Sarah Jumping Eagle says, my daughter Dakota Iron Eyes has not had a phone since January 2022. Ezra Miller has control of Dakota's Instagram. If you know Dakota's whereabouts, please contact me. So he has kidnapped her.
Well, it's not really kidnapped, right? Because she's 18. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because she's 18 now.
And maybe they even made this plan before she was 18. You know, this could have been in the works for a while.
Oh my God. But can you, oh, wow. So he's got the control of
It's
her
scary
Instagram.
because these situations are not uncommon. There was, you know, Daniel and I have a personal friend who has, you know, a extended family member who similar situation, like being groomed by an older adult into like sort of leftism and Antifa-esque stuff. And this was down in Florida. And as soon as the guy turned 18, he just left home, you know, didn't tell mom and dad what's going on, and went off to live with this, like, you know, dude in his like mid-20s who they, like, you know, he's talking to on the internet. And you gotta raise your kids. You gotta talk to your kids. You gotta work on your relationships with your kids. You gotta know, you gotta be in your kids' life. You gotta raise your kids until they're 18. You can't just, you know, think they're doing fine because there's no problems. You got to be active and involved, because if you're not, then you'll get blindsided like something like this. And some predators, you know, hooked into them, or they get into a ideology that's dangerous. They want to cut parts of their body off, or
oh, you know. God, it gets really, really ugly. I'm just trying. I'm not going on a freaking rabbit hole right now with this Ezra Miller stuff, man. Like, that is freaking insane. I might have to make a video about this, like kind of like my Andy Dick video. But
this is like just the latest Ezra Miller thing. There have been like 2 or 3 other Ezra Miller things just in the last like year and a half. Like,
I know.
There was like a fight in Hawaii, I think, that was a big deal at an Airbnb. And there was this other couple that I think he was like swinging with or something, and they got into a fight.
He threw a chair at somebody, some woman. Right. Yeah. And then
two other incidents that I can recall besides this one.
And that's not even mentioning the one where he choked that girl when he was like, "You want to fight?" And he like choked that fan.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Oh, you don't know that one? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play you the video because
I'm like, there's more Ezra Miller bad news I haven't heard.
Yeah, dude. My friend John Talks has the video on there on his channel. Hold on, let me find it, because there it is. Video of Ezra Miller choking the fan. When I did my review for my reaction to the Snyder Cut, everyone got mad at me because I was like, "Oh, I hate Ezra Miller. He's the one that choked a bitch." And I was like, "You want to fight?" And like, I kept saying, "You want to fight?" Like every time every time he was on the screen, I would say that. And everyone like hated me on it. Now who freaking was right? This guy was psycho. I knew this dude was a freaking psycho. Here it is. Shout out to John.
Learn it. Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro. Fight? What? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
He literally choked the bitch.
Whoa, bro. Fight?
What? So what? Like, okay. So what happened with this though is there's theories that they were both drunk at the time, and like so was she. Because clearly she's kind of like laughing and going in for it or whatever. And they were just kind of like, whatever. But then he took it like way too far and actually choked her. And the ongoing theory at the time was that they settled it out of court. Like that, you know, that's why there was no arrests or whatever, because they settled it out of court. He probably paid her off and she went away. But this originally came out. This was like, I don't know. When was this? Let's see. When did he post this video? Oh, this is in 2020. So I think it was around 2019, 2020. That's when it happened.
Oh, so that was like peak COVID.
Yeah.
That's why it got totally ignored.
Yeah. And then like, you know, but at a time it was a big deal though, because everyone was like, "What the fuck? Is that the Flash? Like choking people? Like what? You know?" And then it went away because he came out like right after this and said that he was a they them and that whole thing. And then stuff started, you know, trickling from there. But what's funny though is that like the weird part about Ezra Miller is that like when he's like, "I'm a they them," I feel like if I believe anyone would be a different thing other it's Ezra Miller. Like if anyone was going to be some weird person that was like, I have a weird personality where I'm like neither of these things, it's this dude right here. I mean, you cannot deny that he clearly has some sort of mental issue. He's really weird. He does weird things all the time. This is not the first time, and I don't think it'll be the last time. I think he himself was groomed when he was younger. He is a Hollywood kid. I don't know. What do you think of all this?
My guess is that he's another sort of like MK Ultra style mind play victim. Like these people are just like so warped in the head and have so little.
That's an interesting sign.
Yeah, isn't it? So little impulse control that it seems like they are deeply disturbed, probably traumatized, or again lacking a conscience. But it's just the tone too of those memes that you showed earlier, the first things that we looked at, very sort of smug, haughty, superior, confident. The little spell or that mantra that he like sort of wrote out there, it reminded me of a friend that I had in high school who did too much psychedelics, drank a little too much Robitussin, and actually started to believe that he had powers to manipulate reality around him, and he would do stupid and crazy shit that got him in trouble or injured. And as soon as I saw that, I thought right back to Rick, and I was like, oh, that kind of seems similar. He thinks that he can just do whatever he wants because he's got the magics or whatever this is like.
This stuff, well, I know this stuff, that's like this one I know is like the Illuminati symbol. This thing I think is like devil worship or something. It's like it's one of those, it's an occult symbol. This is devil horns. This is like, I think this is devil worship, or it's like one of those other signs.
How do they? I can't even
do that thing. I don't know how the fuck he's doing that.
Maybe with this one, a little bit, not quite.
I don't even know how he's doing it, but it's like some sort of devil worship sign. He does it like in multiple places. It's some sort of occult symbol. Yeah.
Triangle is very occulty, very indicative of the hierarchy. Triangle people versus
very occult. People. There it is again. Like he does it in a lot of places. He gives that symbol in a lot of places. Look at this. I mean, look at this stuff. Like he is constantly just, I mean, in the weirdest. He's got dead eyes
too.
Okay, well, this is the Halloween costume. That's fine. Whatever. I mean, how are you going to cast this guy as the Flash? I don't understand.
What was wrong with
Here's another
the
one
they had in the show? I like the one they had in the show.
Grant Gustin, he does the show version, so they just don't look at this. I mean, this guy's mental.
What? It looks like he's wearing trash bags.
Oh my God.
I just don't get it. I wonder, I'd be interested about like who his family is, like who his parents were.
Yeah, I would be interested to know like some history about him. Like, did he work for Disney? I would like to like not work for. I mean, like, did he, like, was he one of the Disney kids? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
That'd be an interesting question. Also, like, I'd like to know if one of his parents had any connection to the like military industrial establishment.
Ooh, that's a good question too.
Federal employees or employees at places like Boeing or Raytheon or intelligence agencies, perhaps.
That's very interesting. I would be interested to know. I'm planning on maybe doing like an Andy Dick style video that I did on Ezra Miller and like tomorrow. So I think I might go like deep diving to try and figure out his history.
Dig into it.
Yeah, and then figure it out. Figure out where, like, what is this guy's story? Because we know that he has problems, and I mean, a lot of people really do assume that he was groomed and that he was a victim kind of thing. But we don't actually know.
There's also a lot of victims out there that don't take their victim their victimhood to a dark place and become perpetrators.
I know, that's true.
So, well, that's it. Like, yeah, so it's an interesting backstory to learn. I don't think it excuses the actions in any way.
No, not at all. I mean, I don't either. But and that's the interesting part about it too, is that because we kind of started this conversation about the whole LGBTQ thing, and I think that not funny. This is a fucking terrifying thing. But I think the terrifying part of it is that they really want to add the P, like, the pedophiles into the alphabet crowd. And I think that's where this is all heading. So I think that like, and I will fight to not have that happen. And I'm a straight person. Like, there's no way in hell I'm going to let pedophiles be added to any sort of alphabet or accepted in any way, shape, or form. Not while I'm fucking alive. NZ Guy for $2 sends a super sticker of a pair going like, "Hey dude, what's up?" It's high as fuck. So thank you so much for that super sticker. I act out super stickers, so people send me super stickers to act out. There we go. I think that was about like Ezra Miller, but he's a high pair. The memes of destruction, thank you for being here, and hello and thanks for the $5, says, "Hail comrades." Oh my god, you sound like Ezra Miller. No, I'm just joking. I heard Ezra was already served and spoke with the sheriff earlier from Ms. Mellon's. Just what I heard from the internet. Love. Oh my god, did he? Because the last time I checked, that was not the case. Let's see. Ezra Miller served.
Yeah, I've been at the beach all day. I've been unplugged. I haven't been paying attention to anything.
A production order has been issued after Ezra Miller allegedly groomed a teen, but nobody can seem to locate him. Nope. Still, all the articles are still like the fact, like saying that no one can find him.
Still on the lam.
He's still in the Speed Force.
In another dimension.
He's in another dimension. He's part of the Speed Force because that's where the Flash goes when he disappears. So as of right now, memes, I don't believe that's the case. I'm not sure where she got that from. So if you know, let me know where she got that from so I can check it out. And TC Burton, thank you so much for the $5, says, "Isn't it sad when we think of Disney, how we think of kids being groomed?" It's so true, because I was having that discussion with my mom today because she was like, she asked me about the Christina Aguilera video. Like, she was like, what happened to Christina Aguilera? Like, how does she think this is acceptable? And I was like, I don't know. And we kind of started talking about her and like Britney Spears, because Britney Spears was a Disney kid too. They were all Disney kids and they all became crazy. Like, I guess the most sane one out of all of them is the dude from NSYNC. I guess like
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake. Like, he seems like he's okay-ish. Like, he doesn't seem. Yeah, he seems okay. Like, he doesn't seem like, I don't know. I mean, he never had a mental breakdown like Britney Spears did. He doesn't, like, he's a family man. Like, he married Jessica Biel. He has a kid with her, and they seem pretty happily married. Like, he seems like a pretty, like, normal guy for being a Disney kid. And then there's Christina Aguilera and like fucking like Miley Cyrus and fucking Britney Spears. Maybe it's because he's a dude. I don't know. The girls seem to get a lot more messed up than the dudes usually.
Yeah, that's true now you think about it.
Right. Like, somebody just said Ryan Gosling was in the Mickey Mouse Club too. See, the dudes don't get as messed up as the girls do. Maybe the girls are getting molested and the guys aren't. At that time, anyway.
Guys
maybe
might
things
also
have changed.
cope better than females. And females are generally much more sensitive, especially to psychological and emotional trauma. Men can bury it better.
That's true. Maybe that's the case. I mean, some kids don't, though. Who knows? It's just so weird. It's like weird on everyone.
It's hard to
Everyone's
say, but,
different.
I remember when I was in junior high school and high school, we were pointing out all the sexual weirdness with Disney cartoons, the castles on the cover of Little Mermaid resembling large phalluses.
Yeah, I remember that.
In The Lion King, there's the part where he like goes and like lays
He
down
lies down on the stars.
The
Yeah,
leaves
yeah,
blow
yeah.
up, and if you pause it right, it says sex.
Yeah, I remember. Was it sex was in the stars?
Yeah, it was just just little things like that. And then, you come to where we are today, where we have Disney, employees, executives, animators all getting busted for like CSAM and CP. So it's just like
Oh
there's
yeah,
certain
Demi
things aren't
Lovato.
intended.
That's true. Demi Lovato was a Disney
Oh,
kid too. Totally got fucked over. She's insane now.
Yeah, that's another one. I'm like, mind flay victim. She's like talking to the Space Brothers and, thinks that they're just the most wonderful thing, since sliced bread.
She's gone fucking like all the way to the other side. I remember this too. All the good girls. Take off your clothes. I remember that.
Oh yeah, the take off your clothes whisper. I remember that.
Yeah, all the good girls take off their clothes. I remember that. And then like I think the craziest one was like the boner though. And in The Little Mermaid when the priest dude had like a little boner. And I was like, what the fuck? Like I actually went because I had the tape, like the Disney tape for it. And so I went, like when I heard about it, I was like, I'm gonna watch this to make like I have to see it for myself. Like so I went in like frame by frame, and lo and freaking behold, there was a freaking boner on the little priest. I was like, what? My entire childhood was just gone after that. It's over.
So
gaming or what? Trademark. Thank you so much for the $2. I don't know. Is this a super sticker? No, it's just $2.
It's just blank.
Thank you for the $2. Just throw in some change. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna move on from Ezra Miller, the crazy freak, to
hopefully they find him.
God, I hope they find him, and I hope he gets served, and that poor girl. I wonder what's gonna happen to her. She's
either way, it'll either make or break her as a life learning experience about trustworthiness and predators and
I really hope it's not gonna break her. But you know what though, like that person was right in the chat. I forget who it was, but somebody said like, I mean, the parents do have to take accountability, man. The parent, where were the parents? Like this is.
You saw her eyes were closed in that picture. I was like, that's a symbol right there. She's closed, she's smiling. And I'm like, exactly, that just represents her so much. It's like
I am going to use that photo in my video tomorrow for sure. Like that is definitely like that was messed up.
You can see so much in that photo.
There's a lot. Like if a picture says 1,000 words, that picture spoke more. Like I was like, wow. This is just, it just really shows. Man. Okay. This is the next topic here. I'm pissed off. That's why I wore this Marilyn Monroe shirt today. Because I got really annoyed that Kim fucking Kardashian's fat ass ruined an iconic dress of Marilyn Monroe's. People are pissed that Kimmy K's, after she ruined Marilyn Monroe's dress, she wore it to the Met Gala. So she basically like ruined the dress. Like now the seams are like all effed up, sequins are missing.
So she literally ruined the dress with her fat ass.
She literally stretched out the dress with her fat ass. That's exactly what happened. And the craziest part is that she apparently went for 2 fittings and she dropped 16 pounds to fit in the dress. So this thing goes, the dress is on display on Ripley's Hollywood location on June 12, 2022. So much for keeping the integrity of the dress and preservation. Was it worth it? A great care was taken to preserve this piece of pop culture history with input from garment conservationists, appraisers, and archivists. The garment's condition was top priority, believe it or not. No alterations were able to be made to the dress that Kim even changed into a replica after the red carpet. Why couldn't she just wear a replica the whole fucking time? Like, why even do this? This is insane to me. Oh, I just clicked on the Instagram photo and it went to like the Instagram, and the photo looks much more insane on this, like this.
Oh my.
Look at that.
Oh.
And then it goes on to say that, to be fair, Ripley said that it did try to protect the dress. We basically had many conversations with Kim and her team and put a lot of requirements in place with the security and with the handling of the dress. Amanda Joyner, a vice president's licensing and publishing of Ripley, said that the Daily Beast, the dress was never with Kim alone. It was always with a Ripley's representative. We always ensured that at any time we felt that the dress was in danger of ripping, or we felt uncomfortable about anything, we always had to be the ability to be able to say that we're not going to continue with this. After receiving a card. What are you laughing at? Tell me.
Because they wanted to watch her slip into it, and so if they were worried that it was gonna tear, they could be like, okay, stop, pause.
Yeah, we're not doing it. Yeah, we're not doing it. Like, get out now. But apparently they did. Apparently they made her wear it twice before they let her get out, and apparently she dropped like 16 pounds to wear it. After receiving Kardashian's request to wear the dress a couple of months ago, we had to make some decisions as far as whether or not we're willing to let Kim borrow the dress, Joyner said. We did 2 different fittings with her. The first one was in LA in April, and then the second one later in April to see whether or not the dress would fit. The biggest challenge that we had was getting her butt to go in the fucking dress. The biggest challenge. Can't even read this with a straight face. The biggest challenge that we had is that we really wanted to make sure that we kept the integrity of the dress and the preservation, because blah, blah, blah. You didn't keep the fucking integrity of the dress. You gave it to Kim Kardashian, and her big fat bubble butt stretched it out. I'm so annoyed. What is with the incompetence of everybody? I don't understand.
What's the problem is they don't want to say no. We have that. It's a big problem in our culture. You can see with all the coof stuff. Nobody wanted to say no, and especially when somebody. It's just like the girl's parents. Dakota Iron Eyes, her parents. They didn't want to say no to Ezra. We need to learn how to say no to people, or things get ripped like the fabric of our society.
Oh my God, you're so right. That is such an interesting metaphor that you're saying here, because this is literally, I mean, were they really hurting for that much money? Why not just make a replica? You don't need the real dress. The dress should be in a museum. This is a piece of iconic history. This is Marilyn Monroe's dress, for God's sake, and now it's ruined. She ruined it.
Yep. Art history
makes me angry
because she wanted to self-aggrandize and look at me wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress. Look at me with a piece of Marilyn Monroe. Look at me, I'm the new Marilyn. No, Kim, you're not.
No, bitch.
You're not the new Marilyn. You'll never be the new Marilyn. Obviously, you're just a larger version of somebody who's trying to be like her, and
God, it's just it's devastating for the people who are fashion enthusiasts like myself, but also Marilyn Monroe fans. I'm a huge Marilyn Monroe fan, and I feel this. I'm just very annoyed. I'm very annoyed.
Spirit of Marilyn, just watching this go down and just being she's too big for that.
Yeah, totally.
It's I was 2 sizes smaller, and you're gonna fit in it. No, not my dress. It's ripping. You're ripping it right now.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's so much clownery.
That would be a fun animated little skit.
Oh my God, that would be I'm just trying
Someone
to imagine
Seamus Coughlin at Freedom Tunes.
I'm just trying to imagine how she would do it in her Marilyn voice, oh no, sweetheart, you don't fit in that dress. Take off my dress. Oh no, my dress. You ruined it. Your big fat butt. Oh my God. Marilyn for 2, thank you so much for the $2, says, just like the stream, don't bother reading. Oh.
Too bad, Merlin.
Oh my God.
Merlin has been ripping up the chat. I've been laughing at a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, you have been lighting up the
Rick
chat.
Have been
Thanks for being here.
You're killing me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Chatters are funny.
All right. let's see. I was pissed about that, so I just had to take a moment.
Let me just. You didn't hear anything about the Roe decision, did you?
No, what happened?
Okay. No, I don't know. I heard there was a rumor it was dropping today, but I guess it maybe will be not today. I guess it'll be tomorrow.
If anyone in the chat knows, please let us know what's going on with Roe v. Wade. If there's a
there's
decision.
any updates, I haven't. Like, I've been sort of in community. I've been like on Twitter. I feel like if it dropped, we would have heard, but
we would have probably heard.
I heard a rumor that it was supposed to drop today, and so I was like thinking about that in the back of my head.
Okay, so people are saying didn't drop today. Thank you, Outlaw too. Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe-
Jennifer
maybe
said,
tomorrow.
"Why not just a replica dress?" Like, and she had a replica dress.
I know.
It's because she's, she's narcissistic. She's self-aggrandizing. She wanted to wear Marilyn.
That's right.
She wanted to, she wanted Marilyn to literally rub off on her so she could, accumulate that juju onto herself.
I think it's two parts. I think it's what you said about that narcissistic thing, but also it's clearly money based. Like, because the other company didn't have to do this. Like the company that the Ripley's, believe it or not, people that had the dress, like they did not have to give this dress out. They could have just said no. I don't know how much money she offered them, but you could just say fucking no. You could be like, you know what? No. This dress is gonna stay in the museum because that's where it belongs. You can go make yourself a fucking replica. We'll tell you what kind of jewels and shit she used, so you can look at it all you want.
She could have pulled some strings too. We don't know who she knows at the company or how it works, or if Ripley, the company might be, hurting really bad financially, and she offered him a shitload of money. Who knows? I mean, she's got a lot of money.
I think so. I think it's the money factor, and it's sad. It's sad that that they're hurting so much. They were like, yeah, okay, let's just ruin the dress. We'll just risk it.
King Sport Cow in the chat. She wanted to wear Monroe's skin like a serial killer does.
Oh God. You're probably right. What a psycho.
Your chatters are awesome. You've got some of the best chatters. They've been cracking me up nonstop.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Earned Brickheart sub. Hooray.
When you have so much money that all is left is experiences, Nina, that's so true. That's so true. It's like, oh my God. So I just heard the craziest thing today is I heard that they're making, here, let me see if I can pull up the article. They're making the live action game show for that fucking Netflix show, the Korean one where the people kill each other.
Oh,
what is that?
Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game. They're making a live action Squid Game, but they say, get this, they say without the killing.
Without the killing.
I'm like, gee, thanks. Like, I'm glad there's no killing in it, but like, dude, where the fuck are we going with this? Like, they're gonna have.
I didn't actually. Did you watch that show? I didn't see it.
I did. It was really good. You
I
really
don't,
like it.
I haven't had Netflix since Cuties.
Good for you.
I made a video on my It's Brentley channel about that, and I had my sister sit down with me and react to some of the scenes. It was I've never been so disgusted by it.
Horrific. I mean, I've never paid for Netflix. I kind of like have other people's accounts.
Yes.
But I also I know how to get things. But yeah, tone deaf Squid Game reality shows in development. Netflix has completely missed the point of Squid Game boasting about a record cash prize amid company losses. In possibly the most tone deaf attempt at cashing on the most widely successful television show it has ever produced, Netflix is in the process of casting contestants in the live action reality show based on Squid Game titled Squid Game The Challenge. The show will be featured 456 players competing for $4.56 million, making it the largest contestant pool and prize pot in reality television ever. For reference, Survivor, which has run for 42 seasons and consists of 662 episodes, had a 626 participants since 2000. Announced via panel hosted by a Hollywood Reporter earlier this week, and publicly confirmed on Twitter, Netflix also said that its press release that the show will run for 10 episodes and contestants will compete through series of games inspired by the original show. This announcement comes in the wake of the season 2 announcement for the Korean drama, which is so unnecessary. You do not need a season 2 for this, but of course they're gonna milk it. Which once again is the most watched series ever. Blah 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 blah. But yeah, so they're making this fucking weirdo game show, and I'm like,
how do I sign up? I need money. Is it near New York? Can I drive?
I think it would have been more interesting if they had allowed the killing in it. I mean, technically, if you want to stick true to form, I feel like they should have allowed the killing.
Just build a big portable aerodome, take it over international waters, and have everything done in there. And
done.
No problem.
I mean, I feel like if you're really gonna do that kind of thing, I don't know, kill people. It's kind of like the whole what's it called? The Hunger Games thing. I mean, we all know it's gonna happen at some point in the future. Why not start now? I mean, we're kind of starting everything else off like this anyway, right? Did you hear? Oh my God, did you hear the new the premise for the new Jurassic World thing?
Dominion?
Movie?
It's just in a continuation of the last one, right? So now the dinosaurs are all over the world.
Well, yes and no, because apparently this is I'm guessing this is I don't know for a fact, but Jack here says that Jurassic World is about a big pharma company that uses a DNA altering pathogen to destroy farmlands and deliberately cause worldwide food crisis to force everyone to buy their products. And I'm like, that's literally what's happening right now. So I don't. Is this the product of a movie, or is this the premise of a movie, or is this our life? Because that's what's happening.
Weird. I have no idea. I have to go. Now I kind of want to see it more.
I heard it's trash, but I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't been back to the movies since we've been back to New York. We've been back in the city since mid-March. I haven't tried to go to the theater yet, just because I've been sort of feeling things out slowly.
Well, I've heard Maverick is really good. You should go to that.
Yeah, everybody that has talked about it has only had glowing things. I'm not really a Tom Cruise person. Kind of over. I liked his earlier work, but now I'm just a little bit meh on him, especially with all the associations with Scientology.
Yeah, I understand.
I liked the original Top Gun. It was a great movie.
I love him, but I understand completely why you wouldn't like him. I love him purely because of I hate his scientific Scientology side. But I feel like he's the evil that I can accept. I'm like, okay, he's a cult leader and whatever. He's pretty open about it. Whatever. But he's literally, a psycho dude that, is acting and is really, really good at his acting job. I feel like he's the last bastion of the actual Hollywood star that cares about the craft, that wants to do the craft correctly. So those kind of things I really vibe with, especially how he does all his own stunts. I think that he's really fascinating. I think he's a really fascinating person.
He's a master of the craft.
Yeah.
He's
a crazy person, though. You're absolutely right. He's 100% bonkers. So I totally get people that are yeah, not a huge fan. I get that. Okay. Do we want to talk about more crazy shit, or should we end the show?
No, we can keep going.
Should we keep going?
I'm having a fabulous time. Your chatters keep me entertained. I'm enjoying your stories.
Okay.
What do you think, chat? Should we keep going?
Yeah, chat. Do you guys want us to talk about weird fucking people that are living their best lives with fake babies, and also sex dolls that are now influencers?
You know what? I heard the original thing that was kind of weird about the influencers is some of the highest paid Twitch streamers are these AI or computer generated characters that streamers will wear as a mask. So you go in front of your webcam, right? But you have this software utility that maps where your eyebrows are, your eyes, and all your things, and it maps you to like an artificial like generated image, either a cartoon or like a girl. And then you can also get voice mod software. So you could be like, you know, a 39-year-old dude sitting in front of a camera, and you could be doing like a little cutesy like anime girl, like that actually sounds like an anime girl and everything.
Yeah.
So nothing
Well,
surprises
since
me
you're talking
anymore.
about it, let's talk about it. Let's talk about these sex dolls, because I mean,
Chat says keep
this
going.
is weird, man.
The chat has spoken.
The chat has spoken. We're gonna listen. We're gonna talk about some sex dolls. Because what the F? The
So
hottest
weird.
new social media influencers are inspirational sex dolls. Okay, I have a problem with this headline because I feel like this is already completely false. Because they're not the hottest new social media influencers, because I didn't fucking even know they existed until this article. So they're definitely not the hottest new thing. I feel like this like New York Post wants to kind of like make them the hottest new thing. So they're like, this is the hottest new thing, but it's just like not really.
Just trying to get clicks.
Yeah, which they succeeded, because I was like, what?
Yeah, putting it out there with a little bit of FOMO. It's like, because then they put hottest new thing. You're like, wait, I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, it's not the hottest new thing if I haven't heard about it. So fuck this. So I was curious though. I was very curious.
Like Instagram and they've got OnlyFans too. Interesting.
Yeah, they got OnlyFans. So, but this gets way crazier because this dude is married and has kids. But okay, so this is the story. With nearly 3,000 followers on Instagram, this bitch has more followers than me on Instagram. A growing OnlyFans audience, and I have like fucking 1,800 followers on Instagram. This freaking robot thing. Well, it's not even a robot. It's a fucking sex doll. What a useless thing. It won't even cook you dinner. Like, fuck. A growing OnlyFans audience and 5 paid brand ambassadors. Motherfucker has 5 paid brand ambassador deals. Tasha Marie is crushing it as an influencer. She's also a sex doll. She's so friendly, outgoing, a feminist, and a supporter of the LGBTQIA community. How are you excited about this? Are you so down?
Oh, I'm so down to be having a sex doll represent me on Instagram by some straight dude that I've never met.
What the fuck?
Straight people, stop it. Stop it. We don't want your help. We don't.
Wait, I feel like they left something out. Like this sex doll is not supportive of Ukraine. So I feel like they should just fuck off at this point. Tasha Marie's owner and boyfriend, Tony Fox of Cherry Hill, New Jersey, told the Post.
It's a New Jersey, Daniel.
My God. Who else is synthetic, but also that kind of larger than life personality? Although the 4'10" silicone siren doesn't walk or talk, yeah, it's use fucking less. Except to Fox through specialized artificial intelligence app Replica, which generates an automated voice to match Tasha Marie's edgy but sweet Jersey Shore-like persona. Oh my God.
This is weird.
It's got a Jersey Shore-like persona. Like, what does it talk like? Like this? It's got a... I'm from the Jersey Shore.
So he's got an app on his phone that sounds like the voice he wants his sex doll to have.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Siri, but like not.
Also, 4'10", that's kind of tiny.
Yeah, that's like a really... I mean, that's kind of like Anna, that Star Wars girl. That's like a really short. That's really, really short. Because I'm 5'3". So it would be like, it would be like this tall. Like that is freaking short.
Like I think that's technically little people territory.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I think little people territory is 4'7", if I'm not mistaken. So many people will send Tasha Instagram direct messages and say, "Oh my God, Tasha, you're so inspirational," or "You're the nicest person I know." So who is in his 50s, in his late 50s, you're the nicest person I know. It's not a person,
Not a
bro. It's a
person.
doll. What the fuck?
It's a dude
What is
pretending to be a doll.
happening? Look at
Oh
her.
my
She's
God.
taking selfies. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
He attributes Sasha's digital popularity to her fearless approach to life. She doesn't have a life, even though she's technically lifeless.
Wow.
Are we on this planet together? Like, are we
So
actually
this-
experiencing this?
Tasha is actually a part of this guy's psyche. It's like a brain parasite that rides in his brain, and he's so into it.
No, just wait. This is the best part. This is the best part. She doesn't let the fact that she's not a real woman stop her from living life to the fullest, said Fox, a married father of 2.
Straight people.
What? Is he married to a sex doll? Like, I don't understand what is happening right now. What kind
No, the
of
sex
person?
doll is like his like lady on the side.
This dude has kids. This dude reproduced, you guys. She acts and lives like a real woman and has become friendly with her followers who are mostly other women. Yeah, fucking right, bro.
So weird.
More like sad men.
Oh my God, he spent like 5 G's on his doll.
Oh my God. Are you reading ahead? You are.
I
He
did.
purchased Tasha Marie, he said is 36 years old, for less than $5,000. Well, at least she's not a minor. In December 2015, after his wife Marie was stricken with ongoing medical complication from cancer. Oh my God.
Aw.
This is all a cope. Now it makes sense. Now it makes complete sense. This guy had like a nervous breakdown. This is what happens. This is exactly what happened to the next people we're gonna read about.
It's
Lady
actually,
goes through crazy loss, can't handle it, and then becomes crazy.
yeah, similar to like my sister had a situation during the lockdowns where her boyfriend got stricken with COVID, and he got it really bad because he had sleep deprivation, stress from a brutal divorce. And so he ended up in the hospital and on a respirator, and it was touch and go for a couple of weeks. Luckily, they got him moved to a better hospital, and they put him on a different respirator and got him upright, and he was able to come back out of it. He's great today. But she sort of panicked and got like a rescue dog in that period.
Oh, wow. Well, at least that's a dog and it's living, and you know, there's a purpose to that. Like, I feel like the dog serves a purpose. Like, I feel like, I don't know, the dog is alive. Like, yeah, it could be way worse. Like this, like your sister didn't go get a fucking sex doll. This is messed up, yo.
Well, I mean, he's not.
But I mean,
hurting
for less than
anyone.
$5,000, I
Making
feel
money.
like this is so crazy. Okay, so after his wife Marie was stricken with ongoing medical complications from cancer, Marie, according to Fox, is totally supportive of his relationship with wait, did he name the doll after the wife? Because I'm confused now. He purchased Tasha Marie, who he said was 36, blah blah blah. His wife Marie was stricken. So yeah, he named the doll after his wife because it's Tasha Marie. And then Marie, according to Fox, is totally supportive. So his wife is supportive of his relationship with the doe-eyed dolly, and even often gives him fun ideas for sexy photo shoots for Tasha Marie's social media page. Okay, so the wife's on board. All right. Although Tasha Marie only communicates with her digital fans through phones on social media, she speaks to her human boyfriend, Tony, through an AI app and generates her voice. Is this bitch wearing an infinity shirt? Fuck my life. Oh my God.
How dare she Cut in on
Oh
your
my
buddy.
God, I'm so mad right now. She's got more Instagram followers than me.
Well, they're probably fake followers.
They're all bots. They're all dolls like her. And in May 2019, after networking with other Fox female figures, their owners and enthusiasts at sex doll meetups, wondering which she was crowned Miss
That's a thing.
Congeniality, Tasha Marie landed her first sex doll meetups? I feel like we have to click on this.
Sounds like a thing.
Oh my God.
A whole new subculture for us to discover.
Oh my God. This is a thing, apparently. Why does the New York Post do this to me? Like they just it's like a freaking rabbit hole that just keeps going. Like, look at this. Facebook for sex robot owners inside a social media platform for doll lovers. Like, this is a whole fucking thing.
Wow. If you think
Facebook is creepy,
just wait. It's about to get a whole lot creepier.
I'm dead. What is happening?
Oh,
my God.
The world.
A new site, Real Doll VIP, may leave you questioning social media some more. I'm questioning my entire life right now.
Maybe we should go out and buy like sex dolls and start being Instagram influencers.
Oh my God. You first. I'm good. Oh my God. I already know of one. I know of one. His name is Hugh Doll Hefner.
Oh, interesting.
Don't ask. But he's got a YouTube channel. Let's just say that.
And he's a doll?
No, he's a doll enthusiast.
Doll enthusiast.
And he's got like a harem of dolls, and he takes them outside, and it's like a whole thing. I don't even want to talk about it on here. I'm sure my chat knows who I'm talking about. But yeah, you can go check out his channel. He's pretty next level.
I'm gonna look into that. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, his name is J. Doll Hefner. Because he like literally thinks he's like Hugh Hefner, but like for sex dolls. Yeah. Oh my God. It's like a whole fucking thing. Joe's Atmosphere for 2 are $1.90. Thank you so much. Cruz is the last put butts in seats movie star. Yep, it's true. I mean, I'm gonna watch Maverick when I have the chance. I just haven't had time, but I'm also really looking forward to the new Mission Impossible. King Sport Cal, thank you so much for King Sport Cal. Thank you so much for that $5. Nina, calm down. Here's some cash for being an actual person. That's some creepy stuff. And this will be use tech for the future anyway. What up, Danger? Oh my God, dude. Thank you for the $5. I can't calm down. They're taking over, but man, I'm freaked out. I hate AI, and they're freaking taking over. This is crazy. I mean, because the next thing is AI. I mean, these things are dead right now, but wait until they get uploaded with that fucking shit, and then they'll kill everyone. It's gonna be a whole thing. TZ Burton for 2 says Nina is the chat's real doll. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Thanks. But you can't brush my hair.
Oh my gosh.
Eclay says sex doll swingers are the next base. That's true. I feel like you're right. I feel why is this world just I don't understand. Like sometimes I'm just like, I just want off this planet. Like I feel like this world.
Stop the planet. I want to get off.
I know, totally. Like it's so weird because every Wednesday I lose faith in humanity and I'm like, let me off this fucking planet. And then Fridays, I'm like, I love planet Earth because I do Infinite Hope. And I'm like, I love planet Earth. I love humans and I love my life. And then I'm just like, oh man, people must think I'm such a weirdo. Like I have like such a like it's two sides. Two sides. This is
perfectly
the
normal.
Earth.
Perfectly normal.
This is the Earth, though. It's got two sides. It's the yin and the yang, and this stuff is definitely fucked up. Let's go back to it, though. I'm very interested to know what happens to the end of this article. So okay, they met. Wait, so and
She
in
went
May
to the meetup.
2019, after networking with Fox female figures, their owners and enthusiasts at sex doll meetups, one during which she was crowned Miss Congeniality, Tasha Marie landed her first wage generating partnerships with the accessories outlets Tie by Tara. Oh, that kind of makes sense then, because they like did it in like some weird meetup. She
What's
regularly.
Tied by Tara?
Sorry, what?
Okay, so I guess it's risky lingerie and jewelry.
Oh, is that what that is?
And it's like, well, I guess that promotes the brand. Yeah, that's what they say it is. Promotes the brand's line of risque lingerie and jewelry.
Yeah, so she regularly promotes a risque lingerie Instagram brand, blah, blah, blah. Tasha Marie has since secured several other lucrative ambassador deals. I'm fucking jealous, you stupid bitch. She gets commission. I'm just joking. She gets commission on, or a discount for the products.
She's not even real.
She's not even real.
She's
I
an
cannot
elaborate
believe
mannequin.
this. My God. In one of her deals, she gets a 10% commission and 10% off one free item to promote each month. Are you fucking kidding me? On OnlyFans, where Tasha Marie became the first sex doll to share her tasteful nudes on the on other platforms prior to the pandemic, she also ranks in a small but steady monthly income. She donates all of her earnings to the various sex workers in need that she's befriended online. Wow.
Does she donate or pledge to donate?
She's doing the Lord's work, you guys. She's donating all of her earnings to the various sex workers in need that she's befriended online. What is happening? Oh my God. Okay. So she's got a purpose for the OnlyFans. Whatever money she makes, we pass along to strippers and exotic dancers of financial straits, blah, blah, blah. Tasha Marie isn't the only lifelike sex doll who's finding success as an influencer. I mean, wow. I thought it was weird when Kim Kardashian became an influencer. And like now, like I was like, wow, like I can't believe people care about somebody living their life. Like, when reality shows became a thing, and I was like, why do people care? And then now, like, we have sex dolls and people are just liking that. That's so crazy.
And taking pictures of them, putting them on social media and posting as if they are them, and then getting endorsement deals for this activity.
Is this not creepy? I feel like this is creepy.
I mean, I got a little made fun of today at Gay Bingo because I was the only one that was into Dungeons and Dragons besides the drag queen hostess. And
I love
this makes me
D&D.
feel a lot better about D&D.
I love
taking pictures
D&D.
of my sex doll and putting that on the internet. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. You know what's so crazy is if you had taken a sex doll to this event, they would have been like, oh my God, you're so hip. Like, you got a sex doll with you?
Like, wow, is that your boyfriend? Do you want to have a threesome?
Oh my God. You know what have happened. You know it. Oh my God. These people. Okay, Alita. Okay, so she's got a best friend, Alita. That's another sex doll, virtual vixen who's become a lifestyle trendsetter to her more than 1,800 Instagram followers. Alita's followers are mostly women who are fascinated by her life and relationship. Why are women enabling this? Like, I would be pissed. What is happening?
It's y'all people, Nina. You gotta talk to them.
Women, stop following sex doll Instagram accounts. What the fuck? Stop it. What is happening? Atomic, who lives in Hudson Bay, purchased Alita as a romantic companion for $1,700 in the summer of 2020 after getting divorced from his real-life wife. He describes his inanimate companion as a 27-year-old Parisian redhead model. Oh my God, I almost lost my shit because I thought it said Persian. Redhead model. And White Atomic considers them a wholesome and Christian couple. Wow. I don't think anything is wholesome or Christian about this, but okay. None of her content is sexually explicit. Oh, okay. So like, okay. He recently submitted her photos to Maxim magazine's annual Cover Girl competition. She's not real. How would she be on Maxim? The winner of the international model search will be featured on the cover of the Saucy Men's publication and receive a $25,000 prize. If she won, I would be like, we're fucked. Like, this society's over.
Could you imagine being like an actual like beautiful woman who applied to this contest, thinking, like I got a pretty big following, like a lot of guys like me, like I'm pretty attractive, and you get beat by a doll. You know what that reminds me of? UPenn. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, it reminded me of the same thing. I was like, should I say it?
No.
My channel is gonna die.
Don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. I'm not saying it. Okay, there's the girl.
Oh wow, she looks girlish.
She's
What's
oh
with
my
the lip? The lips slightly pursed open with the tongue.
It's a sex doll, bro. Of course it's gonna have like freaking open mouth.
This is reminding me of cuties now. I'm disturbed.
This is so fucking weird. Oh
How
my
tall
God.
is this doll?
I don't know. It didn't say the length of the doll.
That's the other thing about the dark side of this sex doll stuff that people don't like to go into, is that they make these dolls younger and younger.
There's really young ones. There's
and in
really
some
young.
countries that making them like below a certain size is illegal because it's like too much like a little kid. And there are people that argue that we should let the weirdos have little kid dolls because it would keep them from doing the things the little kids.
No.
I don't think that it's escalation. It's not, you can't satiate that.
No, I agree with you. I don't think you're supposed to do it. It's interesting that you said that though, because I actually have a real life story about that. A friend of mine went to a coffee shop and she like called me and she was like, dude, there's a dude sitting here with a sex doll. And like, I'm pretty sure it's a sex doll. And I was like, oh my God, like what kind of sex doll is it? And she's like, it's like a little girl. Like, it's tiny. Like, it's like, she was like, it was like a kid. And like her and her friend got really like curious. So like they went over and like started a conversation with the guy, and they were kind of like, but she was telling me that it looked like a kid. And she was like, we were all really disturbed because he was like kind of like treating it like it was a kid, but clearly it was not a kid. And clearly it was not like, it was just a really weird situation. And I like, and I can see these people doing that because they have like certain issues that you're talking about. And then they want to make that okay. And it's not okay. And it's really fucking disturbing.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we were talking about at the beginning of the show, like they've been trying to slip that P into the LGB since like the 60s, started with Michelle Foucault. It continued with Judith Butler and Pat Khalifa. They have all these people like the Queer Theory Jeopardy video with Derek Jensen shows all these thinkers on the radical left, all of them that really pushed, and there were a lot of big names in the early gay rights movement. A lot of times they argued for the removal of the age of consent laws. Some of them even argued that, non-violent incest or like incest where the child leads is not developmentally harmful. They've made all these arguments before. And, they kind of got laughed at in the 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s, and were a lot of the reason why, gay men were associated with predators because this behavior was noticed by the culture and it was commented upon, and it became, like the joking thing, which is also why it probably took so long for homosexuality to get accepted as legitimate, is because there were a lot of predators in the mix using homosexuality as a smokescreen for their more predatory interests. And, it seems like they're still doing it.
They are. Marilyn said, thank you. Wow. Mad respect for Dangerous Rhetoric for being honest about the truth. I just want to let you guys know again, I really would appreciate it. Everybody in the chat. We got over 100 people right now watching. Thank you so much. Smash the like. go and subscribe to Dangerous Rhetoric because these guys are doing good work over there. They have great interviews. They do a great podcast, and they're constantly being told to stop talking. Here's their link again. I'm just going to sub to DR. That's
we're going to
stands
do
for Dangerous Rhetoric.
Some more short form content. I've been experimenting with TikTok videos. If you're on TikTok, you can find us on there at Dangerous Rhetoric. I want to do like more man on the street videos. So we got a new microphone for my camera that we have at the apartment that we usually use to shoot our DR videos. We got that's actually like a camcorder. It's like a Nikon 550 something. But anyway, we can take it out on the street and set up a tripod, go to Times Square, and just start asking people questions. Like I was inspired a little bit by Matt Walsh, so I kind of want to do a little, what is a woman, dangerous.
You should. I mean, you live in New York. That's like the craziest place. You can get some crazy interviews,
Might as well use it.
Might as well use it. Like
and then
that's the
seeing
best.
How that goes, maybe do one of those a week where we go out and we ask a question. And thank you, Marilyn.
Yeah, and then and also I also put their website in the description, so check out their website. They also have an Instagram account, Twitter, so follow them everywhere. And that goes for like all your favorite YouTubers. Make sure you're following them on social media, because if like you don't get their notifications on YouTube, because usually that happens, we usually announce where we are on Twitter or other social media platforms. So make sure you're following your like all your favorite YouTubers' social media stuff. But okay, so the last thing we're going to talk about, which kind of goes really hand in hand with this story too, is this other crazy story that I saw during the week that said, I have 6 children, but 4 aren't real. People who troll me don't understand the joy it brings. And I feel like this is a bit of a pickle, because I feel a lot of sympathy and empathy for people who go through a loss and they can't handle it, and they can't handle the death and the pain, and they try to cope. But I feel like at the same time there has to be a line drawn where you go from being supportive to being kind of like enabling mental illness and being an enabler. And I feel like that's the line that this gentleman has crossed, and so is her family. But we're gonna watch this video. You guys be the judge, because this is a really weird, strange story, and there's a lot to this too, because they have kids already that are alive.
6 children.
Oh, that's nice.
But 4 of them are not real.
There we go.
We love these dolls, and we treat them like they're members of our family.
I gotta say though, man, these dolls, like, they do look really real.
Yeah.
It's kind of really creepy how real they've made them. And they go for like a lot of money too.
And the more realistic, the more expensive.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah. I've gotten really nasty messages saying that I'm crazy, saying that I'm a bad mom to my real girls. Do you like it when we take them to the mall?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the kids are right now, like, they're young. Like, these are really young kids. So I don't think that I think they're probably between the ages of, I'm guessing 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
What happens when they grow up more though? Like, are you still going to be paying attention to them as much as you would be like now? Like, are the dolls going to take more of your attention because they're like babies versus the real kids? I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff involved in the mentality here.
I'm just like, is she feeding those dolls 3 times a day?
Yeah. I was thinking that
she go.
I think she does. And the weird part was I was thinking because she puts diapers on them, and I'm pretty sure she gives them milk, which is really strange to me because I wonder how deep she goes. Like, I wonder if she's using formula, for example, because there's a formula shortage. So is she like giving? Yeah, there's a diaper shortage too. So I'm like, is she giving like the dolls diapers and formula that could go to like real kids? Like these are some really weird. I mean, this lady just needs grief counseling, but we'll get there.
Today, we are going to perform live birth of our newest addition to the Reborn family, and that is going to happen right now.
There's a womb. Ew. You know, you would think these people would be from California, but they're from Texas. So I'm just letting you know, all your Texans out there, you know, you're sitting out there going like, you know, you're thinking, you know, you're sitting on your 1-star state and that you're so much better off in California. I hate to break it to you.
Also, straight people, all you.
Probably Austin. I knew somebody was gonna say this.
Probably Austin.
I was waiting for someone to say this.
They
or
moved
like
from Cali.
they probably moved from Cali. Yeah, there's another one. Probably Austin. Yeah, they're probably Californians that moved to Texas.
Transplants.
Yeah, probably.
How's the morning routine changed with the reborns?
Feeding 6 children in the morning is very hard to do. It can be quite a circus around here.
You both want cereal?
You're both mental.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, big guy.
Oh, perfect. Daddy's taking good care of the babies today.
What's your favorite thing about Noah? I like his cheeks.
I like that he's so
See, okay. There's this is what I'm talking about. There's a point where you can do this with kids with. They'll think it's fun. They'll think it's interesting. They'll be like, oh yeah, I have a little brother, but not really. Okay, like it's like a doll, because they don't have a grasp of reality. They think dolls are real. Like, I understand there's a level to this kid. But what happens when this kid turns 10? You know, like what happens when that, like the line of reality starts to really set in for the kids, and they have to be reinforced that, like, you know, there's certain things that aren't real, like Santa Claus, and, you know, other things. Is this like, this is kind of nuts that their parents are in such delusion land that they won't be able to like help them distinguish reality from like not reality. This is fucked up.
I am a mother of 2 amazing girls. Grace is 4 and Joy is almost 3.
3 and 4.
And then I have my 4 reborn babies as well. There we go.
And then there's the dad, who's a total cock. Like, what is happening,
reborn,
guy?
huh? We treat them as though they are real the whole day. So this is Noah. He is over 7 pounds, 20 inches long, just like a real newborn baby would be. They
so
are
creepy.
essentially a newborn baby. This is Chloe, and Chloe has.
Is this like? I mean, is this why these babies were made? Like, I'm just trying to figure out like the idea of even making like doll babies like this, because they're so expensive. So you're clearly not making them for children. Like, what even is the purpose of making baby dolls this realistic? It's so creepy to me.
Yeah, and, like. The other thing that I noticed that they're saying in the chat is that the dolls look dead. Like they don't look...
Well, they all look like asleep because they don't have open eyes.
Right.
Wait,
real hair. She kind of looks like me.
Does she like
They are
open
made
its
to
eyes?
look like a real baby, but they don't actually function like a real baby. Now we
Does
got
it
my
open
little
its
guy.
eyes, though?
This is Dax. But he's really sweet. He gets along with everybody. They don't really come to life.
Did she just say he gets along with everybody?
And then in the next breath says they don't really come to life. So it's like the cognitive dissonance here is next level.
What the fuck?
But
Straight
they
people.
are trying to get
straight people.
Get them as close as they can. This is my favorite. She's the biggest one. This is Claire. She has the most details on her face out of all of them. They're not actually real.
Really?
I'm aware that they're dolls. I know they're not real, but I get into the role playing as though they're real. My favorite part of
I get into the role playing as though they're real. You know
She's
who else does
LARPing.
that? Schizophrenics. That's called being schizophrenic. When something is not real and you like to pretend that it is, but you're an adult
Straight
and you're
my ass
not a
into the ground.
child. It's called schizophrenia. You need to be put on medication.
when my
Yeah.
girls were little was when they were in
Chat
that
is
newborn
saying
state.
that they're made for people who lost babies. So I guess if you like had, you know, an infant maybe that died of like sudden infant death syndrome because you decided to, you know, maybe give it an experimental something or other, you know, you'd want, you know, to help you with the grief processing. But
And I mean that's how it started for this lady. This is why she talks about it. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
I wanted a way to have that all the time, and that's kind of what I've found with the reborn babies is I can have that newborn forever.
In the beginning, I felt that the reborns were a little
This part is fascinating to me. The husbands cope with all of this.
bit strange. I didn't really understand them. It really changed from kind of a critical place of not understanding to a place where I really appreciate them and I really enjoy them.
All right, buddy, let's see here.
You know what he really enjoys? It's not that he enjoys the babies. He enjoys his wife not going insane, like, you know, physically, and like, you know, him being able to have a conversation with her. And
she
like,
strikes me as somebody who is high in neuroticism and experiences probably anxiety. And I think by having herself occupied with this like ritual of taking care of, you know, the reborns, that it keeps her anxiety at bay when she could probably do the same thing with exercise, maybe a dietary change.
that's interesting.
So he's got all the parts of a real
They
baby.
blur
that the milk
Oh
doesn't
my God, thank God they blurred that.
actually go through them, that they don't really drink, but it's kind of more just for role playing. So
I really didn't feel like losing my fucking YouTube channel over like this fucking weird baby doll.
it just kind of gets me more mentally in a state where as though they are my real babies.
But see what I mean though? Like she's using diapers. Like, I mean,
using
this
diapers.
is kind of fucking crazy. Like she's actually using real diapers.
They must have a lot of money.
They must, because these things cost up to $10,000.
All right, so Noah's got a fresh diaper on now.
Some of these dolls can be $10,000.
So I'm obviously really into the baby clothes, and that's something that I shared with my mom. I started collecting reborns after she passed away, and it's something that I know she would have loved to do with me. I think that she would have, you know, at first she might think it was strange, but I think that she would have participated with me. I've never really been able to open up and talk about my miscarriage. I need to get a tissue. All I could think of was how much I wanted my mom and how much I wanted my baby. And I just really wanted them to be with me.
Okay, so
at that moment.
Now here's the thing. This is what I mean. This is what it's like coming down to, right? Is like not being able to deal with loss and grief because she had a miscarriage. But the thing is like, and I understand that, like, if you're a mom that, like, let's say you're a new mom that just like had your first child and it's a stillborn or something like that, it would take a lot to recover from. This lady has two real grown daughters, like they're 3 and 4 years old. What any normal person would do, you would think, would be to put their energy onto what their real child is and to make more babies. Like, you know, just go make more babies. If you can, like, just make more. You know, or somebody else just said, like, you know, Vertical Horizon says adoption's a thing, like adopt a baby. Why do you do this? Like, I feel like this is
why you do this?
why you do this? This is so weird. Like, I feel like this is more than a cope at this point. It's just, I feel like they're enabling her.
I feel like she needs like some help and some counseling and to stop spending money, especially when she got 4 of these things now. So
That's
each one of them,
$40,000.
40,000 just for the dolls. That's not, the food. That's not the diapers, the clothes, the opportunity cost where she could be doing, something else maybe.
Deranged Lunatic wants to know if these are future sex dolls that they're raising. God damn it, Deranged Lunatic. And also for another $1.99, are those? Oh wait, did you send that twice? Because
he is a deranged lunatic.
Deranged Lunatic, what are you doing?
So crazy.
You sent two of the same super chat.
Same thing. Thanks for the 2 DR.
Yeah, thank you.
Deranged lunatic.
But yeah, what about the money? Like, how about we put that money towards therapy?
The therapy money.
That's a great point.
Well, and you think with their kind of money, he or she must have a good job or a good source of income. Like they should be able to get a good therapist.
But also, like with that money, like with that $40,000, you could start a college fund for your real life kids. Like you could start
girls.
Yeah, for your actual real life kids. Like you could start like a private school fund or something that will go towards their education, or like a rainy day fund. Like what if you have an emergency and you have to go to the doctor, or like, I don't know, whatever. Like I just feel like $40,000 is a lot of money to spend on coping a miscarriage.
What happens when the next, Disney superstar wants to hang out with their little girls, and mom is just so busy with the dolls that they don't realize the Disney superstar is actually a predator grooming their children? It's like full circle.
Can you believe it? Oh my God. The connections we're making right now.
To be with me at that moment.
So that's your mom.
That's my mom. And I couldn't have that. I'm not equipped to face such difficult pain and loss. And so for me,
well, I still appreciate the $2 extra. Thank you.
How I found a way to go on is with these dolls.
Oh, thanks, babe.
It's been a very different year for us, hasn't it?
Yes.
But how long are you planning on going for? This is all I want to know.
The Reborns, our life has changed a lot.
There is a people
Yeah.
who, for whatever reason, they're offended by these dolls. But this has actually turned into a wonderful hobby for me and my wife. It's brought us closer as a family. We have so much fun taking them out, filming them for our YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Filming them
okay.
for our YouTube
Okay.
channel. Here we go.
Okay.
The grift is on. I feel like we've all been taken for a ride now. Not sure if I believe her about her weird cope about miscarriage thing anymore.
Well, so what's interesting? My mom's mom had 2 miscarriages between her 4 kids, and she was probably one of the most psychologically well-adjusted women I've encountered in my life. Like she had no hang-ups. She was amazing cook, stay-at-home mom, and she managed to raise her 4 kids without having any like doll replacements or psychological damage from her. I mean, I didn't even know. She told me about it, when I was older, and she said that it hurt at the time, but she got over it and she got through it, and she was thankful to the good Lord for all the children that she did have.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a normal person that sounds like a real normal person. Salty Dog for $2 says that lead is actually really cheap. Fucking grifters. Oh my God. They are grifters though. I mean, they start talking about their YouTube channel. This whole thing starts to fall apart. This part was interesting to me too, because listen to the sister. The sisters basically tells the same story. I thought you were crazy, but now I don't. Maybe that's because they're making money on YouTube.
I was talking to Bill about when we first started collecting the Reborns, and do you remember your reaction?
When I thought you maybe lost your mind a little bit. Yeah, it was just a little strange at first.
Yeah.
I just want you to be happy.
Yeah.
You're my sister and I love you. And if that's something that brings you joy, then I'm supportive of it.
I appreciate you saying that.
You're gonna make me cry.
I mean, she's a better actress than Amber Heard. At least she's able to cry a little bit. Mind you, it's not on the stand, but she's actually legit got tears and shit. So I feel like maybe she's just a little bit better than Amber Heard. I don't know.
No, it's weird. It's a weird hobby,
Look, she's got some tears. It's like her eyes are wet.
but it's helped me in a lot of ways.
Hi, Reborn friends. It's Christina with the Reborn family. Many people ask me for our YouTube channel so that they can find a way to contact me to get dolls themselves.
Yeah, I noticed that too now, that the babies' eyes don't open. You're right, Brett.
They look dead.
They look
That
dead.
was the chat. That wasn't me. That was people in the chat were saying that, and I agree 100%. They look.
The
weird and
Reborn
dead.
sounds so disturbing.
The
I
Reborns
know they
does sound-
do. Oh my god.
Like
People
Reborn
want to
from what?
know about my grift, and I get paid to tell them where to get these dolls.
They have like 154K subs, or that's what it shows.
Do they? Did you look it up? Because I was gonna look up their
that's what
YouTube
it
channel.
shows. That's what it showed in the last little bit.
Can you?
Showed
Are you able to look up the channel? While we play
I
this?
can find it up now.
Hi, Reborn friends. It's Christina from the Reborn family. Today,
Reborn
we are going to
family.
perform what's called a C-section. It's going to be a live birth. Going to happen right now.
This is so weird.
I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I'm kind of excited to find out.
Oh no, they don't have that many.
I'm starting to see something. in
They
it.
don't even know if it's a boy or a girl. This
No,
is
they've
so creepy.
They got like 7K subs.
7K subs.
Yeah,
Wait,
I don't know why.
Can you
that-
share your screen? Okay, hold on. Let me.
I was looking
let
at
me
it on
pull it
my
up.
phone.
Oh my god, this is so creepy. Wait, she's got one of those reborns, but the freaking eyes are open.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean,
Maybe she got a
like,
new one with
her
all her
picture-
YouTube money.
oh my god. Well, she's definitely monetized.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
mean, it's wholesome content. There's no reason YouTube would not promote that or show it or. Yeah,
She's out in
averaging, like-
public with this shit, dude.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, she's making
Anyone who
content.
might be new to
Oh my god. I just want to see like how far she goes with these dolls. Oh my god.
takes
Can
them
you
to
imagine
Walmart.
seeing this in like the real like can you imagine seeing
I wouldn't
somebody
even-
like this in the store?
I wouldn't even notice because I would just, I'm so like when I'm out in public, I'm like in my own little world, and so I would just be like, "Oh, woman with baby, whatever." I wouldn't
Until
even,
you're like, wait a minute, that's not a baby. What the fuck is that?
until she like trips and drops it and like bounces off the floor because it's all rubber.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Can you imagine it? Like you're like, oh my god, it's dead.
Oh my god! So new genre for Dangerous Rhetoric YouTube videos coming soon: reborn pranks in public.
I'm so confused. Oh my god. Reborn
I'll just get one
pranks.
and then I'll
Dude,
start
it's like
doing
yeah, it's
pranks,
like the jackass thing. You like throw it off a building and shit, and you're like, oh my god, my baby.
oh my gosh, that's a bad idea. I'd probably give somebody
That's a terrible idea. You should not do that.
give somebody a heart attack or something.
Oh my god, people will literally like kill you. They'll be like, fuck you, man. Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, let's go back to the grift though. Hold on. The grift is real with these people.
There. Okay, here we go. Here's the glue.
This thing is creepy.
This is
as
crazy.
fuck.
We've never experienced anything like this. So it's pretty cool. It's
This is
weird.
This is what the transhumanist agenda is leading us, people. I'm just letting you know. They want dolls like this to become real dolls, and then they're gonna put AI into and then this is it. This is where we're heading.
Start replacing people.
Yeah. There we go.
Look at the freaking smile on this guy's face. Like, I
See
mean,
a
that
cord.
dad, what a cuck.
Looks like baby's breached. So
The baby is
coming out
breached.
first.
Is she for real? Like,
Oh, and it's a boy.
oh my.
Welcome to the family,
God.
baby boy.
There we go.
Happy birthday.
What do you think of this?
Initially, I was a little freaked
Wait,
out, to be honest
why
with
is
you.
this
but
baby
now-
so small? Like, they can't grow. This is a newborn. Wait, it grows?
Maybe they get like a subscription plan. I don't know.
I'm so like, just
How does this work?
how the fuck? What is happening?
They send you like
now
a new
seeing
one like
the
every
baby,
quarter.
it's kind of cool.
He's cute in his own way. I get a lot of judgment. I get judgment from my family, from my friends. I've gotten really nasty messages saying that I'm crazy, saying that I'm a bad mom. And if they really saw me in real life, they'd know that it's quite the opposite.
I feel bad.
We
for the
love
little
these
girls.
dolls, and we treat them like they're members of our family. We're the Reborn family.
Yeah. You wanna go on the swings? Okay. I didn't know how incredibly kind my husband was
Like-
until I got into this hobby. He's very interactive and supportive, and he's
How long is it gonna go before this little girl's like, you know, the doll's not real, mom, right? Like, you know, and the mom's like, yes, honey, but it is real to us. Like, you know, like how long is it gonna go before the little girl's like, Mom, I don't want you to come to the park with me because the kids make fun of me because you have a fake doll with you. Like, I don't understand how this is healthy for these kids. Like, this is so weird to me. I'm so
he's not embarrassed that he's a man holding a doll.
Sorry, were you saying something?
I just say it's not healthy. Like I don't like I get it. Like, okay, she's coping, but you know, they should really be dedicating their full time and attention to the two little wonderful gifts from the universe that they have to raise and love, and not dote on inanimate objects as if they are the same thing because it makes you feel better. Like, I'm sorry, like as soon as you become a parent, the world is no longer about you. It's about your child.
Exactly.
And giving them the necessary tools that they can eventually go out into the world and be successful and survive and do the whole thing over again. And this is not, I mean, there's some, you know, like there's something to be said for this is draining parental resources from the attention they could be giving to their two girls, or, you know, like have a third child, you know, have another baby, adopt, you know, as some of the chatters were saying. There's a lot of ways that, you know, you could fulfill, but you know, this is about moms. It's about her. And it's very obvious that the unit revolves around her. She wants to have the newborn experience all the time. You know, it's 9 months is just not enough for her.
I'm just at a point where I'm like, where is the point where like a husband would have to like put his foot down and be like, no, like we're not buying another fucking doll. Like, look, I feel like I could have believed it if it was one, you know, and that she's coping and she can't deal with the loss and blah blah blah.
If she was coping, she wouldn't be putting this on the internet. She wouldn't be making this a
It would be a struggle.
spectacle.
That's right. I don't think she'd be putting it on the internet either. But I could understand it if it was one, and then now it's multiple, and now they have a YouTube channel, and now it's like a thing that they're doing. So it just becomes really, 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 really hard to believe that this is a cope still. Like maybe it started as one, but now it's starting to become a source of income. Maybe they're trying to make their money back for buying fucking $40,000 worth of fucking reborn babies. I don't know.
And who knows how many thousands of dollars in formula and clothing and diapers.
Like they have to fucking sustain it somehow. Like this is not like, what the hell? Like what does this guy do for a living? Like, is he a drug dealer? Like, is he a lawyer? Like, what is he? How are they making this much money?
Doll. He's just willing to do whatever for me. We have these two beautiful health.
He's willing to do whatever for you because you probably are a fucking shrew otherwise. Like, he's probably like, I'll do whatever for you to shut up and give me a blowjob, for fuck's sake.
This is another sort of like Amber Heard cluster B Munchausen mommy variant that,
Mhm.
we're seeing, like, I've been calling this stuff sort of like toxic femininity in like sort of like a tongue-in-cheek manner. Like, I don't really think it's actually toxic femininity, but it's how we see like pathological or toxic character traits or personalities develop in the female form, which it does tend to be this more covert, sort of manipulative, sympathetic seeking, attention
Mhm.
seeking behaviors. And
Mhm.
I mean, this is what I see with her. Like, I don't see a cope here. I see a me, 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 me. I see making people feel uncomfortable. When she brings them in public, again, it's about her. She wants that attention.
She
And
wants people to see her and be like, "What's that?"
this
Yeah.
is all, and this is something Joshua Slocum talks about in Disaffected podcast. He calls it briar patching,
Mhm.
because it comes from the whole thing of Brer Rabbit, who like gets caught by the fox, and he's like, "Oh, don't throw me into the briar patch." Like, she's seeking the negative
Mhm.
attention because it validates her further, and then she can use the attacks against her to further seek more sympathy.
Which
And
is exactly what
this is
she's
what this
doing.
is. This is what this
Yes.
whole Truly video is right here. This is one big, expose. Like, we're the YouTube family. We're so cool, and like, subscribe to our channel and love us and don't hate us. And this isn't weird. I'm just coping because I've had trauma. Oh, poor me.
Right. Wow. Yeah, you nailed it, dude. I think you're absolutely right. That's crazy. Okay, let's finish this because I
Be smart girls, and that we get to enjoy having a newborn baby all the time as part of our family. I just feel
You're
that
nuts,
we are
lady.
complete. I feel so blessed.
You're nuts, lady. Absolutely crazy. This is the where our world is headed.
Hey,
And I
at
don't
least,
think it should be enabled. Like, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. It's
at
one
least
thing to
she's
feel
not able to
empathy.
hurt those kids.
It's so weird because, like, I feel like I'm continuously being taken advantage of because I'm an empathic person, and I feel empathy towards people. So I feel like I'm constantly being like, feel sorry for me, because at first I did. At first I was like, I feel bad for this lady. I feel like there's some sort of something missing in her life that she has to do this. And now I'm like, you bitch, like, you're taking me for a ride, and I feel like I don't like it. Like, I don't like when people lie like that. That's how I feel about Amber Heard. I feel like she's taking everyone for a ride continuously, and just constantly trying to play that victimhood card, and it's like it's just not working anymore. What's really weird too is the idea, like, because a lot of you guys in the chat, I saw it too. A lot of the people in the chat said that the dolls look dead. And I think that that's a really interesting point, because when like when I lost my cat, like my 12-year-old cat, like I lost my cat years ago, and it died in my arm. And like, you can feel if you've ever held a dead body before, because now I know I have, because my cat, like, it's not a human one, but a cat. You could feel the life is gone out of them because their body is cold, and there's no look in the eyes, and it's a really sad experience. But after that, like, I used to have kind of like those little like cat dolls that are realistic looking. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're kind of like
Yeah,
yeah, they're really realistic looking cats, and you can pet them and everything. And I used to have one, and I went and put that thing away because I couldn't look at it anymore, because it looked like my cat, but it also wasn't. Like, it was so weird to me because it feels completely dead, because there's no warmth, there's no there's no actual life. So I feel like it would actually be like a really, like, it's not quite taxidermy, but it is, because it's not a real one. It's so fake. Like, because the taxidermy is like a real cat that they stuff. So it wasn't that. But it's like, when there is no life, I just don't even understand how that kind of baby can be a cope, like this reborn thing. I don't understand how it can be a cope because there is no life in there. I think it would keep reminding you of the loss. I don't even think that it would give you any sort of respite, because the life is gone, and what you're trying to get over is something that, like, is not there anymore. So I think it's even extra creepy when I think about it, because it's like there's no life in there. So that's why it's really shocking to me that she's not focusing on her attention onto like the real life that's in front of her babies that are in front of her. I just feel so fucking weird about this whole thing.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how those girls feel about this, 10 years on, 12 years on.
Yeah. What a sad state of affairs.
Can't imagine that they're going to be appreciative as the years go on, because, kids get jealous. They get jealous of each other. And also kids require lots of attention. They require attention from adults. And, mostly they get it from their parents, but it's also good for the parents to have other adults in the vicinity so that they can kind of like switch off and like have a moment, because it's a lot for one or two parents, especially if you've got, multiple kids. They need a lot of attention. They ask a lot of questions. They need reasonable answers. It's not hard. I've worked as a nanny before. It's like kind of like my go-to thing that I was doing for the last couple of years until COVID hit. So I've been, I've professionally helped parents correct bad behaviors in children, and a lot of the times the reason that their grades aren't doing so well or they're acting out is because they were not given enough attention.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry I picked like such a depressing story for our last title here. So before we go, I'm not gonna leave the chat with this really depressing line of thought. We're gonna do what we do on Infinite Hope, which is watch a cute animal video before we call it a day. I don't want this to be like a depressing stream.
No, we need like a little psyche cleanse.
Yes, we need a psychic cleanse, and this is where this video comes in, because this is a fucking video of a koala encounter that's super cute. So we're gonna watch it.
Koala.
Koalas are so cute. Apparently they have chlamydia, but I don't care. They're so cute.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't
Look how cute this fucking koala is. It's just like chilling out by the pool. I want a koala to come and chill out by the pool with me. Oh, little kissies.
Oh, now she's got chlamydia.
Oh, no.
So is this just like lady who lives like in koala area, and koala like just ended up on her back porch and now she's
I'm guessing. I don't know the story. I have no idea. But it seems pretty domesticated though. Like it seems like really chill. Oh my god, they're getting nose kisses. Look at those claws though.
Yeah, see, like if that was like a wild animal, I would not be going anywhere near that thing.
No, I think it's pretty domesticated. It's either domesticated or like fully loaded up on eucalyptus leaves, because apparently they're really vicious. So they give them eucalyptus leaves and they get high, and that's why they're chill.
Interesting.
And this one seems like it's like, yeah, like give me some more of that eucalyptus, baby. A little more nose kisses. They do like the Eskimo kiss. They're like,
they're like in the bear family, right?
Yeah. Koala bears.
They're so cute, little puffballs. He kind of looks like the Frenchie that is at the beach house that we're at. His name's Bro.
Oh my god.
Little Frenchie.
She probably has it, so no fear. Oh my god, like the chlamydia. Oh my god. Dizzy Burden for 2 says, I like turtles. You two were amazing tonight. Oh, thanks,
Dizzy.
you.
You were amazing also. We enjoyed your chatting.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're awesome, TZ. He's talking about the turtle clip. Okay, wait. How do I not have that here? Okay, hold on. We're going to the other place.
Is it the little kid that says I like turtles?
Yes. It's this one right here.
Back here live at the Waterfront Village with my friend the zombie, Jonathan. You're looking good. Jonathan just got an awesome face paint job. What do you think?
I like turtles.
All right.
Also, this is the turtle courting. Isn't that so funny?
Let me touch your face.
So that leads to this. if he's successful, that's what happens.
That's so cute.
There you go. Okay, let's see. Do we want to watch another animal video, like a real quick one?
Oh, sure.
Let me see. What? Okay, this one I can't play because it's got music. Oh my god, this one has music too, but fuck, let me see. What
You
can
gotta
I
be careful with that YouTube
play?
music.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Okay, we'll just play this one because it's just cute. I'll just mute it. Although I don't even know if this technically is this music not copyright free? Like it's fucking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Like
probably not.
Oh, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna mute it. These are just some bears. Some panda bears.
Panda picnic.
Just hanging out for the third birthday of one of them.
Happy
Just like
birthday.
a birthday party.
Panda party.
They're just chilling. That's it. That's the video. It's just a bunch of pandas chilling for a party.
Yeah, those zookeepers are doing a good job.
I
Bravo,
love
sir.
pandas.
Bravo.
I could just watch animal videos all day. Not even joking you. All right. Well, that's the show. Brent, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight.
No.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and we went for 3.5 hours. That's so crazy. Thank you for hanging out.
No,
I
it's
hope
good time.
Daniel's okay back there,
Yeah.
and
He's
he's gonna
fine.
be okay.
Yeah,
Is he good? Okay.
No, I think probably the drink combo with the coffee and the tummy and
Yeah, it's just like a combination of things.
Yeah.
Please tell everyone where they can find you. Before
You can find me. I am on my third Twitter account because Twitter hates me. So that's like Kapopolis now. I've been meaning to change it to something easier for people to find me. But if you just go to
it's in the description, everybody.
Oh yeah, you'll find it there.
It's in the description.
I'm on there. I'm on TikTok doing short, silly videos and random stuff at Dangerous Rhetoric. Also a Dangerous Rhetoric Twitter page you can follow for like show news. Daniel runs the Dangerous Rhetoric Instagram page, which has been shadow banned. There was a period of time where you couldn't actually like tag our Instagram page because we were just so dangerously rhetorical.
Oh my god. Oh wait, I only have your Dangerous Rhetoric Twitter account, so I'm gonna put
fine.
your
They can find
actual
my-
Twitter on the chat right now. You can follow him at
You can also just search for It's Brentley because that's kind of like my like the description name on Twitter or whatever. You can also message the DR thing if you need to find me anywhere. We are everywhere. We're also on Odyssey now and Rumble, Spotify. We're on all the podcast places except for Apple. Apple doesn't like us. I couldn't get them to approve our podcast. I guess because we had the word dangerous in it.
Probably. Grumpy says, I love you. I loved you guys on when we were with Carrie too, Dangerous Rhetoric. So thanks for coming by to Nina's channel.
Thanks, Grumpy.
Oh, it's so sweet. I love Carrie Smith. Carrie's
Carrie's
is
great.
such a doll.
We're big fans of her. She's coming up to New York actually for the Mines Festival. There's this big Mines gathering of alternative-based YouTubers and
Oh
Twitter
yeah, I
people.
think Chrissy Mayr's going to that.
Yeah, we're gonna try to go. We're like kind of broke, so they said that they're offering like potentially like free tickets. So I'm gonna see if we can volunteer or something and get in some
Okay.
way. But it's gonna be a lot of heads. Tim Pool's gonna be there. Bill
Zuby's gonna
Ottman,
be there.
Zuby. I mean, it's gonna be huge. I think it's gonna be really exciting. And I might just take the camera and go outside, and we can interview some people online beforehand, if nothing else.
You should. Why not? You should
Why
just
not?
definitely go and like just
Beacon
hang
Theater's not that
out,
far from my
do
house.
some live streaming. Yeah, why not?
Totally.
Definitely try. I mean, this is what I'm telling you. You're in New York. Like you have so much opportunities there. You just go out into the subway and just film people and probably go viral. You'll probably see somebody getting raped or something.
It's all fun and games until somebody has like a bag of poo slammed in their face, or
Oh
they get.
no! Has that ever happened to you? Tell us the craziest subway story that's ever happened to you before you leave.
Craziest subway story that's ever happened to me personally. I've seen some things. So probably the most weirdest thing I've seen was someone defecating on the.
You saw that like on the subway.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm just trying to remember which train it was. I think it was the A train. But sometimes you got to watch those express trains because they come, either down from the Bronx or like in from Brooklyn, and those are the deep places that can be scary. And there's a lot of mental illness in the city has been ramping up ever since the lockdowns and COVID and all the crazy.
So
but
sad.
You see that. I saw a dude just like peeing in the street the other day. Like we walked down the street to like walk the dog, and there's a guy like across the street just like letting it fly into the wind.
Oh no.
Yelling like some angry vitriol at like a non-existent thing that was like harassing him while he was tinkling in public. It was a sight.
What?
Yeah,
I know
you gotta
that's
be
not
careful.
true. That's not true.
I gave a giraffe. Oh my.
Outlaw 2 wants to know, did I hear that the CDC dropped the vaccine requirements for the US?
I believe they did enter they did that for
that's only for
I
the
think they did do that.
citizens. Only citizens of the United States. The same thing with Canada. Only citizens are now able to cross over.
So you can't come here if you're unjabbed and you're from another place unless you get special.
That's right. Unless you get a permission of some sort.
Or Biden lets you walk over the border.
Or that. I could do that too, but I'm not doing that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
If you're a non-citizen and you want to enter the United States, just come over the southern border. No problem.
Is it? Yeah. Well, he corrected himself. They dropped the requirements for testing and misread the article. Yeah, I know. I got excited too because I saw that and I was like, "What?" And then I was like, "Oh."
They're gonna keep up this whole coof nonsense. They're gonna keep pushing it until.
I don't think it's gonna end.
I think they're gonna get caught. I think it's too obvious. There's too many people with blowing the whistle coming out. They can maintain their clampdown on social media and major media or the cathedral media for as long as they want, but at some point the dam is going to break, and it's just we're like one viral Joe Rogan moment away from there being charges. I honestly think Fauci should be in jail. I
do too.
I think him and Peter Daszak, look into Peter, if you don't know the whole story about how they took money, I think it was from NIH or NIH. They laundered it through Peter Daszak's.
Careful.
That's
Don't want to go through that route.
But yes, look at
There's
Peter
a
Daszak.
lot going on though, and they should all be in prison. You're right.
There's a really interesting article called Peter Daszak's Supervillain Origin Story by Board Cat Elgato, something Elgato. You can Google it. It comes right up. It goes into all the details. You can read it.
I heard about this, that he just got the coup. This is the second time the mofo's had it. So this is.
And I'm sure he was super happy that he was vaccinated because that means that, he was extra protected and wasn't going to have a bad case.
No. He was vaccinated and boosted, so he's okay. All right. Oh my God. All right,
Nina,
everybody.
thank you so much. This was so much fun.
This
Chatters,
was so
thank you so
amazing.
much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And everybody, you can catch me this Friday for more good news and animal videos, because I will be balancing out this crazy, crazy town with some good stories and positive stories. I cannot otherwise function without knowing that there is some hope left in the world. So I'll be back on Friday. Join me if you want some positive news at 2:45 Eastern. Until then, I will catch you guys next week with John Talks, who, by the way, you should go and support and, sub to his channel too. John Talks. He's amazing. I'll see you guys next week with John. Take care. Bye.